Streaming video. I don't know what the fuck I just clapped for. Alright. As we gonna be I almost said finishing. We are nowhere near close to finishing this book, but we're gonna be continuing the books of Enoch tonight. Like I said, this is a 17-hour total. Book was actually 4 books, so total 17 hours. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Those who liked the video already, appreciate that. Those who's back again, appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel, appreciate that. Just appreciative person. So try to wait till some more people start coming in the live before I start the book. So I'm gonna finish just rolling up. Huh? Huh? So rolling up right now as more people come into the stream. Don't mind me being quiet. Just trying to get it started. Get my blood ready for this book. Fuck it, I might as well start it. The point is just waiting, looking at me. I know I'm handsome and all, but y'all came for the book.
Their petition to the gates of heaven, and their lament has ascended because of the lawless deeds
Tasha,
which are done on the earth.
Shout out to Tasha.
And you know all things before they come to pass, and you see these things, and you have permitted them, and say nothing to us about these things. What are we to do with them about these things? Chapter 10. Then said the Most High, the great and holy one, Uriel, go to the son of Lamech, say to him, go to Noah, and tell him in my name, hide yourself, and reveal to him the end that is approaching, that the whole earth will be destroyed, and a flood is about to come on the whole earth, and will destroy everything on it. Genesis 7:4. For yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and every living substance that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth. And now instruct him as to what he must do to escape, that his offspring may be preserved for all the generations of the world.
For sure, Tasha.
Genesis 6:13. And God said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Room shalt thou make in the ark, and shalt pitch it within and without with pitch. And again, the Lord said to Raphael, bind Azazel hand and foot, and cast him into the darkness, and split open the desert, which is in Dudael, and cast him in, and fill the hole by covering him rough and jagged rocks, and cover him with darkness, and let him live there forever, and cover his face that he may not see the light. And on the day of the great judgment, he shall be hurled into the fire, and heal the earth which the angels have ruined, and proclaim the healing of the earth. For I will restore the earth, and heal the plague, that not all of the children of men may perish, through all the secret things that the watchers have disclosed, and have taught their sons. Romans 8:18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who hath subjected the same in hope, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. The whole earth has been corrupted through the works that were taught by Azazel. To him ascribe all sin. To Gabriel said the Lord, proceed against the bastards and the reprobates, and against the children of fornication, and destroy the children of fornication and the children of the watchers. Cause them to go against one another, that they may destroy each other in battle. Shorten their days. Genesis 6:7. And the Lord said.
So God sent watchers over the earth, which was angels, and the angels end up sleeping with the human women, which started to cause mayhem and evil. And Azazel was one of the fucking angels who basically stole God's secrets and gave it to mankind. Like, man, Adam and Eve would have never known fucking sin if it wasn't for this guy. So God basically like burned that nigga in the pits of hell because look at all this chaos he'd already done caused. Like, so obviously though, God did get, I mean, he did get rid of the people. Of course, everybody except knowing his family would see where it came back to. This world ain't also positive any still. Like, so it probably worked for a minute, a little bit, but the angels probably didn't go nowhere. They probably ain't died. So soon when the water went down and the land was back, the angels was probably back at it again. Like, shit, you never know. But God has been planning stuff, and even his plans is not perfect. Like, cause he created humans. Like, how the fuck that shit happened? I mean, he didn't create all humans, but he created certain humans. And I see those type of people, and I'm like, damn, you should have created some more people. Should have had some more chosen ones. The ones that considers themselves chosen ones don't act like it.
Said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. No request that the watchers their fathers make of you shall be granted them on their behalf, for they hope to live in eternal life, and that each one of them will live 500 years. And the Lord said to Michael, go, bind Sanjaza and his team who have associated with women and have defiled themselves in all their uncleanness. When their sons have slain one another, and they have seen the destruction of their beloved ones, bind them fast for 70 generations under the hills of the earth, until the 70? Day of the consummation of their judgment, and until the eternal judgment is accomplished.
Who is he cursing for 70 generations? And for 70 generations, like, damn, that motherfucker's probably still cursed off this shit. Like, I don't know if it's been that many generations, but if this is, well, I can't say when this timing is, like, so. But if this is around 6,000 years ago, and let's just say how many generations are within a 100-year span, probably like 3 generations, 3 times. I ain't about to do that fucking math.
Goddamn. Author's note: 70 generations of 500 years equals 35,000 years.
Just gave me my fucking answer. But you look at that, 35,000. Oh, niggas is still enslaved. Like, niggas is still cursed. Well, at least God's people. Like, cause I'm not one of his people. I'm not. He didn't create my spirit and my soul. He created other people's, but he didn't create mine. I already got that understanding. So, if you new here tonight, you probably like, wait, what? God didn't create your soul, your spirit? Nah, I come from another creator. Like someone that's more powerful. Like, I ain't gonna say it's someone because it isn't a person. It's a fucking spirit, entity, intelligence, whatever you want to call it, the all. This God of the Bible, he's more like man. That's why he said create man in our image. If the spirit, the true infinite spirit should create people in our image, it would just be spirit. You wouldn't see no flesh. So. Does God has flesh, or did he ever have flesh? Was he ever on earth? I believe so. I believe like he just gained enough consciousness to like be able to create his own. I mean, like I said, we all create our own reality, right? So God in Genesis it said He spoke. That's what you do. You speak things into reality. So everything He said, it came to pass. So we all have that same ability to speak life or speak death. Like so, like I said, the God of the Bible, reminds me of Zeus. He reminds me of Osiris and Horus and them. Like so, I put um, the Bible in the same category as I put mythology. Like it don't matter what type of mythology, it's all the same to me. So, I, and I'm not saying like it's fake. I'm not saying mythology is fake, but I'm not like I can't confirm the Bible 100%. Ask your mom. You've been eating all day, actually. Are you still hungry? You need a salad. You haven't ate healthy today. Back up, I'm smoking.
I just ate pepper. Pepper's good.
Girl, go.
Pepper's really hot.
Fina, you interrupted my life. Little girl, always hungry.
Years. In those days they shall be led off to the abyss of fire, into the torment and the prison in which they shall be confined forever. Then Sanjaza shall be burnt up with the condemned, and they will be destroyed, having been bound together with them to the end of all generations. Destroy all the spirits of lust and the children of the watchers, because they have wronged mankind. Destroy all wrong from the face of the earth, and let every evil work come to an end, and let the earth be planted with righteousness, and let the plant of righteousness and truth appear. And it shall prove a blessing. The works of righteousness and truth shall be planted in truth and joy forevermore. Genesis 6:7. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. And then shall all the righteous survive, and shall live until they beget thousands of children, and all the days of their youth and their old age shall they complete in peace. Genesis 8:22.
God really tried to wipe out all the humans on Earth because they wasn't like serving Him. Like I said, they all had other gods. There were other gods around before Jehovah. Like so, when He told on everybody evil, like He said, "Fuck it, fuck all these other gods and they fucking creations. I'm about to wipe all this shit out." But still, we come to today, and it's still fucking evil. Like people are still fucking the same. There's nothing changed. Like so, what lesson did God learn through this all? Like, is destroying mankind the right way? He did it a couple times, but look how this is still operating. There ain't nothing that got better. So, I'm not questioning like God, but technically, yes, I am.
While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. Genesis 9:1. And God blessed Noah and his sons, and said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth.
When he got rid of, when he brought the flood, only people who lived was what? Noah and, well, they say Noah and fucking his family, so that's 99.99% of the world, technically. Like, so. He didn't get rid of all evil. Yeah, got rid of some of it, it just came back worse. What? You tell Naya to make your food. Ask Naya nicely. Say, Naya, can you please make my food? Damn, don't close my face. Rude ass.
And then shall the whole earth be untilled in righteousness, and shall be planted with trees, and be full of blessing. And all desirable trees shall be planted on it, and they shall plant vines on it. And the vine which they plant shall yield fruit in abundance. And as for all the seed which is sown, each measurement of it shall bear 1,000. And each measurement of olives shall yield 10 presses of oil. You shall cleanse the earth from all oppression, and from all unrighteousness, and from all sin, and from all godlessness, and all the uncleanness that is brought on the earth. You shall destroy from off the earth. All the children of men shall become righteous, and all nations shall offer adoration and shall praise me. And all shall worship me, and the earth shall be cleansed from all defilement.
To worship him. Like, he literally cleaned all this shit out so everybody worships him. Yet, it doesn't work like that. His plan was not like foolproof. Yes, he's God Almighty. Yes, he created the Hebrew Israelites. But if he wanted to create some where a world where everybody worships him, why is that not the case? Why you got so many different religions? Why you got atheists? Like, so, I mean, like, he accomplished his goal of wiping everybody out, but he ain't accomplished his goal of wiping evil out and like making everybody serve him, worship him. Like, that's slavery. Honestly, that ain't a God that I want to serve. Like, someone that wants me to worship him 24/7. You know what? Probably 24/6, because he said 6 days out the week you work, build my altar, worship me. 7 day you rest. So.
And from all sin, and from all punishment,
so
and from all torment. And I will never again send another flood from this generation to all generations and forever. Chapter 11. And in those days I will open the storehouse of blessings in heaven, and rain down blessings on the earth, and over the work and labor of the children of men. Truth and peace shall be.
My bad, another question. Since Jesus didn't come in the Old Testament, during the Old Testament, does that mean everybody who died before then went to hell? Like, where did they go? Because they wasn't getting saved, and they were still sinning. Like, the only perfect one was damn near Abraham. But everybody else did some type of thing. Like, at least if it was one thing, like, considered a sin. Like, so was everybody prior to Jesus sent to hell, or was they in heavens? But why do they get a free pass without having to be saved by Jesus Christ, though? Like, so why did that? Or was they just wiped off, like, just the face, like nothing left?
United throughout all the days of the world and throughout all the generations of men. Chapter 12. Then Enoch disappeared, and no one of the children of men knew where he was hidden and where he abode. Genesis 5:21. And Enoch lived 65 years and begat Methuselah. And Enoch walked with God after he begat Methuselah 300 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. And what had become of him? And his activities were with the holy ones and the watchers. And I, Enoch, was blessing the Lord of majesty and the King of the ages. And lo, the watchers called me, Enoch the scribe, and said to me, Enoch, you scribe of righteousness, go, tell the watchers of heaven who have left the high heaven, the holy eternal place, and have defiled themselves with women, and have done as the children of earth do, and have taken to themselves wives. You have done great destruction on the earth, and you shall have no peace nor forgiveness of sin. Since they delight themselves in their children, they shall see the murder of their beloved ones, and the destruction of their children and they shall lament, and shall make supplication forever. You will receive neither mercy or peace.
They was going to hell.
Chapter 13. And Enoch went and said, Azazel, you shall have no peace. A severe sentence has been passed against you, that you should be bound, and you shall not have rest or mercy, toleration nor request granted, because of the unrighteousness which you have taught, and because of all the works of godlessness, and unrighteousness and sin which you have shown to men. Then I went and spoke to them all together, and they were all afraid, and fear and trembling seized them. And they asked me to write a petition for them, that they might find forgiveness, and to read their petition in the presence of the Lord of heaven. They had been forbidden to speak with him, nor were they to lift up their eyes to heaven for shame of their sins, because they had been condemned. Then I wrote out their petition, and the prayer in regard to their spirits, and their deeds individually, and in regard to their requests that they should obtain forgiveness and forbearance. And I went off and sat down at the waters of Dan, in the land of Dan, to the southwest of Hermon. I read their petition until I fell asleep, and I had a dream, and I saw a vision of their chastisement, and a voice came to me that I would reprove them. And when I awoke, I came to them, and they were all sitting gathered together, weeping in Abel's Jael, which is between Lebanon and Sinister, with their faces covered. And I recounted to them all the visions which I had seen when I was asleep, and I began to speak the words of righteousness, and to reprimand heavenly watchers. Chapter 14. This is the book of the words of righteousness, and of the reprimand of the eternal watchers, in accordance with the command of the Holy Great One, in that vision I saw in my sleep. What I will now say with the tongue of flesh, and with the breath of my mouth, which the Great One has given to men to speak with it, and to understand with the heart, as he has created and given to man the power of understanding the word of wisdom, so has he created me also, and given me the power of reprimanding the watchers, the children of heaven. I wrote out your petition, and in my vision it appeared that your petition will not be granted to you throughout all the days of eternity, and that judgment has finally been passed on you. Your petition will not be granted. From here on you shall not ascend into heaven again for all eternity, and you will be bound on earth for all eternity. Before this, you will see the destruction of your beloved sons, and you shall have no pleasure in them, but they shall fall before you by the sword. Your petition shall not be granted on their behalf, or on yours, even though you weep and pray and speak all the words
They was like, hey, Enoch, can you get this petition to God and see if you forgive us? Because he won't talk to us. God said, fuck them niggas. And just because you weeping for them, that don't mean shit. Like, God, ruthless in this
contained in my writings. In the vision, I saw clouds that invited me and summoned me into a mist. And the course of the stars and the flashes of lightning and hurried me and drove me. And the winds in the vision caused me to fly and lifted me up and bore me into heaven. And I went in until I drew near to a wall which was built out of crystals and surrounded by tongues of fire, and it began to frighten me. I went into the tongues of fire and drew near a large house which was built of crystals, and the walls of the house were like a mosaic of hailstones, and the floor was made of crystals like snow. Its ceiling was like the path of the stars and lightning flashes, and between them were fiery cherubim. Their sky was clear as water. A flaming fire surrounded the walls, and its doors blazed with fire. I entered that house, and it was hot as fire and cold as ice. There were no pleasures or life therein. Fear covered me, and trembling got hold of me. As I shook and trembled, I fell on my face, and I saw a vision. And lo, there was a second house, greater than the first, And there all the doors stood open before me, and it was built of flames of fire. And in every respect it was splendid and magnificent to the extent that I cannot describe it to you. Its floor was of fire, and above it was lightning and the path of the stars. And its ceiling also was flaming fire. And I looked and saw a throne set on high. Its appearance was like crystals, and its wheels were like a shining sun. And there was the vision of cherubim. 1 Timothy 6:16. Who only hath immortality, dwelling in the light which no man can approach unto, whom no man hath seen, nor can see, to whom be honor and power everlasting. Amen. And from underneath the throne came rivers of fire, so that I could not look at it. And he who is great in glory sat on the throne, and his raiment shone more brightly than the sun, and was whiter than any snow. Matthew 25:31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. None of the angels could enter or could behold his face, because of the magnificence and glory, and no flesh could behold him. The sea of fire surrounded him, and a great fire stood in front of him, and no one could draw close to him. 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him, but he needed no holy counsel. The most holy ones who were near to him did not leave night or day, and until then I had been prostrate on my face, trembling, and the Lord called me with his own mouth and said to me, Come here, Enoch, and hear my word. And one of the holy ones came to me, picked me up, and brought me to the door, and I bowed down my face. Chapter 15. And he answered and said to me, and I heard his voice, Do not be afraid, Enoch, you righteous man and scribe of righteousness. Approach and hear my voice. Go and say to the watchers of heaven, for whom you have come to intercede. You should intercede for men, and not men for you. Why and for what cause have you left the high, holy, and eternal heaven, and had sex with women, and defiled yourselves with the daughters of men, and taken to yourselves wives, and
I
done
had
like the
a
children
big
of...
problem with his angels having sex with human women and marrying them. Like, if they probably had to just hit it and quit it and just left him, like he probably wouldn't have had a big deal. But they was wifing him up. Like God, like why is you wiping these hoes up? Like and before hoes and like everybody just start choosing sides. Like so shows you how powerful women is. Women were able to separate God's angels from God. Like, do you understand how powerful that is? Do you see why so many, like, there's so many issues around the world? It be mainly over women, especially. I mean, when it comes to men, like, that be always beefing with each other, it's mainly over women. So, God cut off angels because they wanted to have sex and wife up. You know, it's crazy. And he probably, I guess, because he knew what happened with Eve. He like, man, you can't trust these females. Hey, shout out to Mariana Great. Blessing to you back, my brother. But God knew, like, I mean, I ain't gonna say you can't trust women, because I don't have that issue, like, saying women are the issue or untrustworthy. But God feel like women are untrustworthy. That's why, is there any women prophets in the Bible? Anybody can think of? I mean, I know there's like some stories about different women in the Bible that like positive stories. Like, so don't get me wrong. Like, the whole Bible ain't bashing women, but the way it seemed like how God is against women in the beginning in Genesis and like the Book of Enoch, he don't have like a good perspective on him. I mean, he probably got some bad experiences from him. He probably got a baby Jesus mama. He don't never mention her. Like they probably got a bad relationship. Probably cast her ass down in hell too. Shit.
Earth and begotten giants as your sons. Though you were holy, spiritual, living the eternal life, you have defiled yourselves with the blood of women, and have begotten children with the blood of flesh. And, as the children of men, you have lusted after flesh and blood, like those who die and are killed. This is why I have given men wives, that they might impregnate them, and have children by them, that deeds might continue on the earth. But you were formerly spiritual, living the eternal life, and immortal for all generations of the world. Therefore, I have not appointed wives for you. You are spiritual beings of heaven, and in heaven was your dwelling place. Luke 20:34.
So there ain't no females
and Jesus
in heaven?
Answering said unto them, the children of this world marry and are given in marriage, but they which shall be accounted worthy to obtain that world and the resurrection from the dead neither marry nor are given in marriage, neither can they die any more, for they are equal unto the angels, and are the children of God, being the children of the resurrection.
Like, obviously, like, marriage ain't, I mean, I guess to the angels. Like, he ain't saying, like, he's saying, yeah, I gave marriage to men, not you motherfucking angels. Y'all supposed to be in heaven, like, doing my will. So, if they can't be married, angels can't be married. Is there women can a woman be an angel? Is there women in God's circle, like in his crew? I don't think so.
And now, the giants, who are produced from the spirits and flesh, shall be called evil spirits on the earth, and shall live on the earth. Evil spirits have come out from their bodies, because they are born from men and from the holy watchers. Their beginning is of primal origin. They shall be evil spirits on earth, and evil spirits shall they be called, spirits of the evil ones. As for the spirits of heaven, in heaven shall be their dwelling. But as for the spirits of the earth, which were born on the earth shall be their dwelling. And the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, war, destroy, and cause trouble on the earth. They take no food, but do not hunger or thirst. They cause offenses, but are not observed. And these spirits shall rise up against the children of men and against the women, because they have produced from them in the days of the slaughter and destruction. Author's note: these are the evil spirits and demons. They are the disembodied spirits of the offspring of angels and humans. The Book of Jubilees.
So
because of these three things came the flood on the earth.
Why that when the angels slept with the women, they didn't produce something positive? Why was it automatically giants and these motherfuckers are evil, ruling the world, oppressing people? Like, why couldn't they been like cool, calm, collective people?
Namely, the fornication that the watchers committed against the law of their ordinances when they went whoring after the daughters of men, and took themselves wives of all they chose. And they made the beginning of uncleanness, and they begat sons, the Nephilim, Nephidim, the fallen, and they were all dissimilar, and they devoured one another. And the giants killed the Nephil, and the Nephil killed the Eljo, and the Eljo killed mankind, and one man killed one another. Every one committed himself to crime and injustice, and to shed much blood, and the earth was filled with sin. After this they sinned against the beasts and birds, and all that moved and walked on the earth, and much blood was shed on the earth, and men continually desired only what was useless and evil. And the Lord destroyed everything from the face of the earth, because of the wickedness of their deeds, and because of the blood they had shed over all the earth. He destroyed everything. Chapter 16. And at the death of the giants, spirits will go out and shall destroy without incurring judgment. Coming from their bodies, their flesh shall be destroyed until the day of the consummation, the great judgment in which the age shall be consummated over the watchers and the godless, and shall be wholly consummated. Matthew 8:28. And when he is come to the other side into the country of the Gergesenes, there met him 2 possessed devils, coming out of the tombs, exceeding fierce, so that no man might pass by that way. And behold, they cried out, saying, What have we to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of God? Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? And now, as to the watchers who have sent you to intercede for them, who had been in heaven before, say to them, You were in heaven, but all the mysteries of heaven had not been revealed to you, and you knew worthless ones. And these in the hardness of your hearts you have made known to the women. And through these mysteries women and men work much evil on earth. Say to them, therefore, You have no peace. Chapter 17. And they took me to a place in which those who were there were like flaming fire. And when they wished, they made themselves appear as men. They brought me to the place of darkness, and to a mountain the point of whose summit reached to heaven. And I saw the lighted places and the treasuries of the stars, and of the thunder, and in the uttermost depths, where were a fiery bow and arrows in their quiver. And they took me to the waters of life, and to the fire of the west, which receives every setting of the sun. And I came to a river of fire, in which the fire flows like water into the great sea towards the west. I saw the great rivers, and came to the great darkness, and went to the place where no flesh walks. I saw the mountains of the darkness of winter, and the place from where all the waters of the deep flow. I saw the mouths of all the rivers of the earth, and the mouth of the deep. Chapter 18. I saw the storehouse of all the winds. I saw how he had adorned the whole creation with them, and the firm foundations of the earth. And I saw the cornerstone of the earth. I saw the 4 winds which support the earth, and the firmament of the heaven. I saw how the winds stretch out the height of heaven, and have their station between heaven and earth. These are the pillars of heaven. I saw the winds of heaven, which turn and bring the sky and the sun, and all the stars to their setting place. I saw the winds on the earth carrying the clouds. I saw the paths of the angels. I saw at the end of the earth the firmament of heaven above. And I continued south, and saw a place which burns day and night, where there are 7 mountains of magnificent stones, 3 towards the east, and 3 towards the south. And as for those towards the east, they were of colored stone, and one of pearl, and one of jacinth, a stone of healing. And those towards the south, of red stone. But the middle one reached to heaven like the throne of God, and was made of alabaster. And the summit of the throne was of sapphire. And I saw a great abyss of the earth, with pillars of heavenly fire. And I saw among them fiery pillars of heaven, which were falling. And as regards both height and depth, they were immeasurable. And beyond that abyss, I saw a place which had no firmament of heaven above, and no firmly founded earth beneath it. There was no water on it, and no birds. but it was a desert and a horrible place. I saw there 7 stars like great burning mountains, and an angel questioned me regarding them. The angel said, "This place is the end of heaven and earth. This has become a prison for the stars and the host of heaven. And the stars which roll over the fire are they which have transgressed the commandment of the Lord in the beginning of their rising, because they did not come out at their proper times. And he was angry with them and bound them until the time when their guilt should be consummated, even for 10,000 years." Chapter 19. And Uriel said to me, "The angels who have had sex with women shall stand here, and their spirits, having assumed many different forms, are defiling mankind, and shall lead them astray into sacrificing to demons as gods. Here shall they stand, until the day of the great judgment, in which they shall be judged, and are made an end of. And the women also of the..."
So the angels got humans sacrificing to other gods. Probably because he casted them out of heaven. They're like, well, since we ain't gonna worship you, we ain't gonna give you no extra power. So I'm pretty sure they know of other gods and deities out there that got power just as well as the God that created this book. So I ain't gonna say, oh yeah, I can't say he created this book because it was created by man. So stories may seem like cool. It may seem like, oh, it's predicting the future. But at the same time, it was written by a man. So
Angels who went astray shall become sirens. Other versions read, "shall become peaceful." Also, another version reads, "shall salute them."
Then it's too
And
many
I,
versions, so
Enoch,
how you know which
alone saw the vision, the ends of all things, and no man shall see as I have seen. 1 Peter 4:7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober, and watch unto prayer. Chapter 20. These are the names of the holy angels who watch. Uriel, one of the holy angels who is over the world, turmoil and terror. Raphael, one of the holy angels who is over the spirits of men. Raguel, one of the holy angels who takes vengeance on the world of the luminaries. Michael, one of the holy angels, set over the virtues of mankind and over chaos. Sarakiel, one of the holy angels, who is set over the spirits, who sin in the spirit.
Angels are over chaos and the bad shit. What is the ones for the good shit for? People be calling on these angels, and they don't even know what their true meaning is for. They don't even know what they capable of.
Gabriel, one of the holy angels, who is over paradise and the serpents and the cherubim. Remiel, one of the holy angels, whom God set over those who rise.
Exactly.
Chapter 21.
Exactly.
Then I proceeded to where things were chaotic and void, and I saw there something horrible. I saw neither a heaven above, nor a firmly founded earth, but a place chaotic and horrible. And there I saw 7 stars of heaven, bound together in it, like great mountains and burning with fire. Then I said, "For what sin are they bound? And on why have they been cast in here?" Then said Uriel, one of the holy angels, who was with me and was chief over them, "Enoch, why do you ask? And why are you eager for the truth? These are some of the stars of heaven, which have transgressed the commandment of the Lord, and are bound here until 10,000 years, the time entailed by their sins, are consummated." And I went out from
So
there.
why is not like God sending them to hell for eternity? Why is he sending mankind to hell for eternity? Like 10,000 years don't seem like a long time when you don't give a fuck about time. That's the whole thing. They don't operate on time. They don't. It's not no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on the spirit world. Like there ain't no minutes. Like so, how is they talking about God is sending so and so and dealing with this in a certain time period? Like when I'm pretty sure he wasn't operating off this man-made time.
To another place, which was still more horrible than the former. And I saw a terrible thing, a great fire there which burned and blazed, and the place was cleft as far as the abyss, full of great falling columns of fire. Neither its width or breadth could I see, nor could I see its source. Then I said, I am afraid of this place and cannot stand to look at it. Then Uriel, one of the holy angels who was with me, answered and said to me, Enoch, why are you so afraid? And I answered, because of this fearful place, and because of the spectacle of the pain. And he said to me, this place is the prison of the angels, and here they will be imprisoned forever.
I guess there's some on this getting. So which one is it? 10,000 years or forever?
Chapter 22. And I went out to another place west, where there was a mountain and hard rock. And there was in it 4 hollow places, deep and wide and very smooth. How smooth are the hollow places and look deep and dark? Then Raphael answered, one of the holy angels who was with me, and said to me, these hollow places have been created for this very purpose, that the spirits of the souls of the dead should be gathered here, that all the souls of the children of men should brought together here. And these places have been made to receive them until the day of their judgment,
exactly.
And until the period appointed, until the great judgment comes on them.
Sending people to hell for like 10,000 years. Like, come on. To a God, what's time to a God? Like, what's time to spirit? Because I'm pretty sure I done had conversations with like spirits on the other side. Now I'd be like, hey, I need this right now. And they be like, the way we operate, we don't operate on your time. But every time I get what I need is right on time. Like so, I'm like, yeah, y'all right. Yeah, I don't operate on like my time because this shit is all fake. That's why a lot of times I don't have a watch on. I don't look at my clock a lot. Like for the simple fact, what does it mean? Like what does it matter? I don't have a job. Like I don't have to get up at a certain time. I don't have to do nothing, be nowhere. Like so, a lot of times I be forgetting what day of the week it is. Like so, but now since Monday is my birthday, I know that day. Like shit, it's coming right up. So. Shout out to me for making it. Well, I ain't made it to 32, but I'm pretty sure I will. Like so, most people say, you know, God not gonna wake you up. I know. Just like I told people yesterday, I was gonna be here today. So here again. Like so, when it's my time to go, I will probably let people know in ahead of time. Like, hey, don't cry when it's my time to go. I'm gonna be like Enoch. God is gonna take me about this motherfucker. I ain't even gonna see me. There ain't gonna be nothing left. So.
Author's note. The idea of a gathering place of the dead is seen in the doctrine of purgatory, where the dead are gathered, and those who are redeemable are kept and purified until such time they might ascend to heaven. I saw.
See, that's what hell is. Purgatory. That's where the souls go. It's not a burning lake of fire. Like, it's purgatory. Like, if a person commits suicide, their soul will go to purgatory. Like, so, you'll be there for however long it takes you to mentally get up out of that. Like, so, if that shit takes 100 years, then after 100 years, you're reincarnated. But it won't take that long. Like, and when you do reincarnate after you committed suicide, like, you got to start, like, levels back. Like, If you, I mean, most spiritual people on a like enlightened level, you won't see them committing suicide. Like, cause what the fuck would I like do that for? And I know like it would send me backwards. It would send me back to like when I was in my 20s. Still, I mean, I won't say back in my 20s, but like spiritual thinking level, mental wise, I would be back sleep and I wouldn't be woke in my next life. But my next life is not on this planet. Like, so I'm not even tripping. I don't even give a fuck. I wouldn't even be caring about time then. Like, so my whole goal is just to live my life until it's my time to make my grand exit. And as I do that, I'm gonna like just live it to the fullest. Like, honestly, like I'm gonna just do whatever the fuck I want, live high with no regrets. Like, it, it's actually it's gonna send you back before you did. But most people never fulfill what they were supposed to fulfill in their lifetime. That's why we have reincarnation, so you can truly fulfill your life's purpose. Most people live their life years and never even question like, well, dang, what's my purpose on this planet? Like, why am I here? Why am I waking up every day? There gotta be a reason. Like, so me having those questions and thoughts for myself. Hey, shout out to Glocky Chulo. Like me having those thoughts for myself, like that was like just the beginning of me waking up and like, damn, like it's gotta be more to this shit. Like so, once I had that thought, I'm like, man, I'm not about to listen to no Bible. I'm not about to listen to no beliefs that my grandma, my Gigi left me with. Especially when I know, like growing up, my Gigi used to always tell me, yeah, Jesus is coming back like a thief in the night. Like he'll be back soon. Like you never know when he was gonna come. And in the back of my head, even as a child, I was like, well, Gigi, like he probably going. I mean, you're probably gonna see him before he come back. Like, and that was just me as a child thinking like that in my head. I never said it out loud. Of course, she'd have beat the shit out of me, but at the same time, like Jesus probably came back a few times, but nobody would recognize him because they didn't even recognize who he truly was back then. So, like, you know, when you die, video game, so we'll back to exact. Oh yeah, exactly. Hey, perfect, Mr. Lotto tips. When you commit suicide, just like in the video game, like and you didn't, it sends you back. Like so, damn. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Like that was like the perfect explanation for like when a person commits suicide. You gotta go back a few levels. I mean, it ain't even. I can't say how far back on the level you gotta go because committing suicide ain't my thing. At the same time, like I know what I'm here for. I know what my purpose is. I think life. I think this game is fun. Like life is a game. Most people just don't know they playing it. Most people just living there. Like if you ever play Grand Theft Auto, you got people who play the game and they beat the game. Then you got people who just like get on GTA online and just do random shit like for the whole time. They never complete the mission. So those are like 95% of like people on this planet. Like they just play the game not knowing like, hey, you want to beat the game. You don't want to just keep playing this one. And even if you beat the game, you can come back and play it again. Like, cause it's all like your choice mentally. It's all whatever you want to do. Like, so me knowing like my spirit can go to wherever the fuck I want to go that's not on this planet. Like, ain't about the level I never heard of. It's not no game over. Exactly. Like it's not no game over. Like so, I think game over is like when this whole thing like just resets. Like when, like I said, time is an illusion, but like when everything just cease to exist. That means Earth, stars, sun, moon, Jupiter, all these other planets. When all of that seems to exist, like that's when the game is over. So whenever that happens, which probably is never, like this shit is gonna just keep being on recycle but you still have things like in the Bible when it seems like it is the end, it really isn't the end. Like it's just the start of a new beginning. And you gotta wipe out the old. That's why like the earth. volcanoes erupt certain times, all these other shit that happen at certain times. It's basically Earth cleansing herself, like from its impurities and its toxins. So humans on Earth are like germs and like need to be motherfucking I mean, cleansed. Honestly, if everybody not waking up, everybody not conscious of like why they here on this planet, like what the fuck is the point of you being here? Like I see why Bill Gates and them like how at least be having the mindset like, hey, we could just get rid of these many people, because they know they're asleep. They know like they're not even living their purpose. They don't even know why they're here. Like they're just walking robots, wasting breath and air. And like what the fuck is it? Like wake up. But can you trust your eyes before you trust the book? Question. I trust my intuition. I trust my gut. Like like I don't really trust books because I understand they're written by men. Like so knowing like a book is written by a man, that's going off what his beliefs is, what he like seems is true. Like so sometimes even though it may sound good, that don't mean it is good or it is true. Like so I can't even go off my eyes because you'll see some things and it ain't really what it is. So at the same time, like that's why you gotta go off your intuition. I'm at work now, so I'll be. Hey, shut up. For sure, for sure. Hit that play button though.
The spirit of a dead man, and his voice went out to heaven and made petitions. And I asked Raphael, the angel who was with me, and I said to him, this spirit which petitions, whose is it? Whose voice goes up and petitions heaven? And he answered me, saying, this is the spirit which went out from Abel, whom his brother Cain slew, and he makes his suit against him until his offspring is destroyed from the face of the earth, and his offspring are annihilated from among the children of men. Genesis 4:8. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. Then I asked, regarding all the hollow places, why is one separated from the other? And he answered me and said to me, these three have been made that the spirits of the dead might be separated. Divisions have been made for the spirits of the righteous, in which there is the bright spring of water, and one for sinners when they die and are buried in the earth, and judgment has not been executed on them in their lifetime. Here their spirits shall be set apart in this great pain, until the great day of judgment and punishment and torment of those who curse forever, and retribution for their spirits. There he shall bind them forever. And such a division has been made for the spirits of those who make their petitions, who make disclosures concerning their destruction, when they were slain in the days of the sinners. Such has been made for the spirits of men who were not righteous, but sinners, who were complete in transgression, and of the transgressors they shall be companions. But their spirits shall not be destroyed in the day of judgment, nor shall they be raised from here. Then I blessed the Lord of glory and said, blessed be my Lord, the Lord of righteousness, who rules forever. Chapter 23. From here I went to another place to the west of the ends of the earth, and I saw a burning fire which ran without resting, and never stopped from its course day or night, but flowed always in the same way. And I asked, saying, What is this which never stops? Then Raguel, one of the holy angels who was with me, answered me and said to me, This course of fire which you have seen is the fire in the west, and is the fire of all the lights of heaven. Chapter 24. And from here I went to another place on the earth, and he showed me a mountain range of fire, which burned day and night. And I went beyond it and saw 7 magnificent mountains, all differing from each other, and their stones were magnificent and beautiful, and their form was glorious. 3 towards the east, 1 founded on the other, and 3 towards the south, 1 on the other, in deep rough ravines, no one of which joined with any other. And the 7th mountain was in the midst of these, and it was higher than them, resembling the seat of a throne. And fragrant trees encircled the throne, and among them was a tree such as I had never smelled, nor was any among them, or were others like it. It had a fragrance beyond all fragrance, and its leaves and blooms and wood would not ever wither, and its fruit is beautiful, and its fruit resembles the dates of a palm. Then I said, How beautiful is this tree, and fragrant, and its leaves are fair, and its blooms very delightful in appearance. Then Michael, one of the holy and honored angels who was with me, and was their leader, spoke. Chapter 25. And he said to me, Enoch, why do you ask me about the fragrance of the tree? And why do you wish to learn the truth? Then I answered him, saying, I wish to know about everything, but especially about this tree. And he answered, saying, This high mountain which you have seen, whose summit is like the throne of God, is his throne, where the holy great one, the Lord of glory, the eternal King, will sit, when he shall come down to visit the earth with goodness. And as for this fragrant tree, no mortal is permitted to touch it until the great judgment, when he shall take vengeance on all and bring everything to its completion forever. It shall then be given to the righteous and holy. Its fruit shall be food to the elect. It shall be transplanted to the holy place, to the temple of the Lord, the eternal King. Revelations 22:1. And he shewed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of God and of the Lamb. In the midst of the street of it, and on either side of the river, was there the tree of life, which bare 12 manner of fruits, and yielded her fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. And there shall be no more curses, but the throne of God and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him. Then they shall rejoice and be glad, and enter into the holy place. And its fragrance shall enter into their bones, and they shall live a long life on earth, as your fathers lived. And in their days there will be no sorrow, or pain, or torment, or toil. Then I bless the God of glory, the eternal King, who has prepared such things for the righteous, and has created them and promised to give to them. Chapter 26. And I went from there to the middle of the earth, and I saw a blessed place in which there were trees with branches alive and blooming on a tree that had been cut down. Author's note: the hollow earth theory has been espoused by various groups throughout history. The theory was used to create the book and movie, Journey to the Center of the Earth. And there I saw a holy mountain. And underneath the mountain to the east, there was a stream, and it flowed towards the south. And I saw towards the east another mountain higher than this, and between them a deep and narrow valley. In it ran a stream underneath the mountain, and to the west of it there was another mountain, lower than the former and of small elevation, and a dry, deep valley between them, and another deep and dry valley was at the edge of the 3 mountains. And all the valleys were deep and narrow, being formed from hard rock, and there were no trees planted on them. And I was very amazed at the rocks in the valleys. Chapter 27. Then I said, what is the purpose of this blessed land, which is entirely filled with trees? And what is the purpose of this accursed valley between them? Then Uriel, one of the holy angels who was with me, answered and said, this accursed valley is for those who are cursed forever. Here shall all the accursed be gathered together, who utter with their lips words against the Lord, not befitting his glory, or say hard things against him. Here shall they be gathered together, and here shall be their place of judgment. In the last days there shall be the spectacle of righteous judgment on them, in the presence of the righteous forever. Here shall the merciful bless the Lord of glory, the eternal King. In the days of judgment they shall bless him for the mercy and that he has shown them. Then I blessed the Lord of glory and set out his glory and praised him gloriously. Chapter 28. Then I went towards the east, into the midst of the mountain ranges in the desert, and I saw a wilderness, and it was solitary, full of trees and plants, and water gushed out from above, rushing like a torrent which flowed towards the northwest. It caused clouds and dew to fall on every side. Chapter 29. Then I went to another place in the desert, and approached to the east of this mountain range. And there I saw aromatic trees exuding the fragrance of frankincense and myrrh. And the trees also were similar to the almond tree.
I ain't even gonna lie. I call
Chapter 30.
Every day before I get on live, I make sure I meditate. And now I've been like kind of incorporating just prayer into that, and not to like ask for like material shit or for like not to ask for like bullshit like the world do, but like just to bring like the people who supposed to be here. Like so every day has been like new people just popping up, showing up. Like so goofy situation to where we can. Yeah, hey, that's what this world is about though. Like most people deal with on the daily basis are doing some goofy shit and not even conscious of the fact of it. Type slow person. Hey, it's all cool, but I do this every single night. Like so, every single night is gonna be like, damn, your shit just presented, just popped up. But that's because of, like what I'm doing. Like I'm working. Like it's my spiritual work. Like I ain't no Christian. I ain't no religious person. That's why I got all these questions. That's why I'm bold enough to speak them out loud. Because I don't have fear of a hell or none of that shit. Like, some people be conscious and they still won't say let's for sure. Like some people be conscious and they still be kind of scared to question like the Bible, God, for the simple fact they family still religious, so they don't want to offend nobody. I've been offending like people ever since I woke up at night and still don't give a fuck. Like so, the right people comes though. Like it ain't my channel ain't for everybody. Listen, God, thank you for sharing this. To you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said, yeah, I know I'm gonna make it here. Like, and if I don't, hey, that's a birthday present right there, cause I get to go back home. But I doubt it. I'll probably be here for a long time. So while I'm here, like I said, I'm gonna just do what I came here to do. Like, that's my purpose. Live in my highest self. Just shine my light and try to inspire as many people as I can in the process. So YouTube is like the best way to do that without selling my soul, without trying to like be no rapper, no actor. Like you can get seen and be way more known than those like world renowned whatever they do. Like so, I ain't trying to be famous or nothing, but I do want to get this brand. With the most question, but yeah, my birthday is on Monday. I'm gonna be 32. Probably, not probably. Definitely gonna go to Top Golf. I'm probably gonna like record, like be on live doing that though. Like so, that's a yearly thing that I like to do. I like to golf, not just golf once a year, but I like to go multiple times a year. But on my birthday, I love to. That's one of the one things I have to do. Like so, got and I'm doing a pod. I got a podcast that day, so the video probably won't be dropping of that podcast, but I'm pretty sure it will sometime like this next week. So, but the podcast stream, like the actual audio, like that'll be available on the same day. So, look out for that. And it's all under Positive Minds only. So, if you not used to listening to podcasts, don't know where to find it, if you have Spotify downloaded on your phone, just type in Positive Minds Only. If you got Apple, if you have the podcast app still on your phone, just type in Positive Minds Only. I rap, make music, and all, but stuff. Exactly. So, like, I love to make music too. So, like, don't get me wrong. Like, but that's just like not something I'm trying to pursue. My little brother, who's like the dopest rapper, like one of the dopest rappers I've heard. Like, so I know I can't do it as well as him. So there ain't no point in me trying to do it. Like, so. And my older brother is an entertainer for YouTube, like so I can't do that. Like so my whole thing is to give information and knowledge, to teach. I'm a teacher, like so, but I'm not, you know, I ain't got no PhD in education or nothing. But if it came down to it having a spiritual degree, I definitely got the highest one of that motherfucker.
30. Beyond these, I went far to the east, and I saw another place, a valley full of water, like one that would not run dry. And there was a tree. The color of fragrant trees was that of mastic. And on the sides of those valleys, I saw fragrant cinnamon. And beyond these, I proceeded to...
You know what I realize now? Like on YouTube, there's like a lot of conscious creators and stuff. And then you know what I always think, like, damn, like the people who are woke is the ones who get killed and get assassinated. But that's not true because how many conscious like people is on like fucking YouTube like exposing motherfucking celebrities and shit. So I can't lie, I used to not truly have a fear of like being assassinated, but just took out before my time. Like not being able to live my dreams, like and somebody come and take my shit early. But now I'm like, wait, it's too many motherfucking, it's too many conscious like channels on this bitch. Like, so why would they focus on me? Like, yes, I may be saying things different, but at the same time, like, I done seen like at least 100 different like people who like talk about something similar. Nah, they don't. I ain't seen not one person listen to audiobooks like me. Like, so show me your handle. Oh, for sure. On Instagram, I really ain't don't be on there. Like my Instagram got hacked at 27,000, so I didn't get that Instagram back. So I just got my business one. But as far as like I'm on YouTube all day, every day. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, so you want to find me somewhere? So this mug. Hey, TikTok. Uh, that's Mr. Perfect 0314. Facebook, find me on Facebook, Kenneth L. Just type that's my name, like so, like real name. Like I said, Instagram that's Positive Minds Only. And, I don't really be on social media like that. It really be Instagram for the simple. It really be YouTube for the simple fact this was paying. Like, I mean, Instagram pays, but like I said, my shit get hacked. Now my business account only got like 200 followers. Like, shit, I really went from 27,000 to 200. So I'm like, I'm not even about to put no energy in just trying to fucking do Instagram again. Like, so it didn't even come off like when I those followers came off the strength of being connected with my brother who got millions of followers. So like this YouTube, nobody when I started this, people know who I am, but they wasn't following me because of my brother. Like I got my own fan base now. Like so just do YouTube. Exactly. Like that's what my goal is, just to do YouTube. Like that's my only focus right now, because really everything is a distraction. You said who? You just bought this or just old?
That's mine.
It's my
Oh, it's not. Your daughter just squeezed the mess out of it.
My wife said my lips was ashy.
Shania bought it. She's like, lick his lips.
That's what I've been doing. But I do need. I've been thinking about that, like getting my own. So.
You can have it.
Yeah, I don't want that motherfucker. Look at this. Well, I can have
squeezed it.
She just squeezed
it. She just squeezed it. I bought that today, and she was putting it on and squeezed the living life out of it. Come on, girl. Daddy, come on.
Everything I get, the kids destroy. You're killing time on social media posting too. Exactly. Like I was killing. I mean, I was using a lot of time on social media before, like I really got on YouTube. I was on YouTube just watching other people's shit. Like that was a big distraction because even though I was getting knowledge, at one point I was just watching videos that was like basically like spiritual teen videos and shit. Like uh, I like to listen to different readings. Like so, I'm a Pisces. I always type in Pisces tarot reading. Then they got pick a card readings that I'm interested in. Like so, like I spend a lot of time just like getting other people paid on YouTube, but not like getting myself. So now, like the focus is like YouTube. I get on Facebook just to post and let. I only share shit, and then I'll let people know I'm on live. But overall, like I used to spend like damn near at least fucking 10 hours out of my day on social media, and like not having to like not working for nobody, just working for myself. Like I was still wasting a lot of time. So I'm like, I gotta cut that out. Like, cause even though I thought I was being productive, I thought I was like successful, I still see myself wasting a lot of time. So I'm like, man, just imagine if I put that focus into something like, well, I'm doing it now. So like fucking YouTube, look what I was able to do. Like every single day I'm doing on live, and I'm posting videos every single day. Like so, it's working out for me.
The East. Chapter 31. And I saw other mountains, and among them were groves of trees, and there was nectar that flowed from them, which is named Sarara in Galbanum. And beyond these mountains I saw another mountain to the east of the ends of the earth, on which there were aloe trees, and all the trees were full of fruit, being like almond trees. And when it was burned, it smelled sweeter than any fragrant odor. Chapter 32. And after I had smelled these fragrant odors, I looked towards the north, over the mountains. I saw 7 mountains full of fine nard and fragrant trees of cinnamon and pepper. And then I went over the summits of all these mountains, far towards the east of the earth, and passed over the Red Sea, and went far from it, and passed over the angel Zotael. Author's note: the angel Zotael, whose name means little one of God, welcomes back those sinners who have gone astray.
Meaning to do, Tasha. I just keep fucking just forgetting about that shit. Like literally, you're right about that. Like, that was the plan. I just keep forgetting. And I was planning on hiring like an assistant, like so that can do that shit for me. Cause I'd be like, I mean, I already do it with like just it's the same thing as like screen recording, like the shorts that I be posting. Like it's the same thing. I could just do it myself with my own videos, and I give just as much game as anybody else that I'm sharing. Like so, I just be kind of I don't know. I'm gonna start doing it, or if I'm gonna just get somebody else to do it. But they got to be able to come up with the titles and all that. Like, yeah. Honestly, yeah. They all be especially my stepdaughter. Like she's the most tech savvy out of them. So I'll probably hire her. She wants to run my business one day. So guess what? I can put her to work now. Yeah, I been that I actually started posting my own shorts first, but they was only getting like 6 views and 4 views, something like that. I need my channel to grow. I need subscribers, so I just started posting Nipsey because that's my favorite rapper, and he got a lot of interviews out there. Like so, exactly. I was gonna make it work for free, just like the Rich Dad Poor Dad. Let's start off with what, 10 cents an hour or 30 cents an hour. I wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, but definitely gonna hire the kids. That'd be got a bunch of them too. Shit. But like I'm realizing the shorts are now like it's seeming like a video, like they're placing them just like real videos, so you wouldn't even know it was a short or not. Like so, I'm like that's why I post so many, like cause so my videos will always just be on the timeline, like no matter what. Like I post every single day, like so, and to top it off, I get on live at the end of the night, like so. If I'm doing this years consistently doing this, like just imagine like how far we can go with it. Like so that's why I be telling people do the same thing I'm doing. Like if but I see people posting shorts, but they be like more personal shorts. So I figured out if your shorts ain't working, the ones you personally made for yourself ain't working, post your favorite rapper interview. Like you just you gotta start somewhere. Like I needed to find a fan base, somebody's fan base. So who got the dopest fan base? Nipsey to me overall. Like I mean, I'm pretty sure like Beyonce like got a dope fan base, but I'm not trying to have Beyonce followers. Nothing wrong with them, but like I don't resonate with them like that.
But have repented. Based on the description of the locations, some have suggested the Sphinx could be a representation, although most believe this to be unlikely. And I came to the Garden of Righteousness. I saw far beyond those trees, more trees, and they were...
Imagine if I had like, man, if I can grow my shit like that, like just how deep her shit is. Nobody even tries to attack her, Beyonce. Nobody tries to slander her on Twitter at least. But even there, like when people try to say stuff slick about her on Facebook, you always see one or two people that's like, nah, you ain't coming for a beat like Beyonce. Like so, I would not mind like having her like man, like if y'all see me start posting Beyonce videos, it's like cause I need that beehive on my side too. Like I fuck with Beyonce heavy. I probably don't listen to all her music like that, but overall like I understand influence, I understand power, like so, and I understand marketing. So
numerous and large. There were
and
two
building a
trees
brand.
there,
It's all about building a brand.
very large, beautiful,
My
glorious.
bad for keep pausing it, but look how much her when she go on tour, look how much her tickets be. Like if you ever like just seen the price of one of her tickets, especially one that's like near the stage, like bro, imagine having a loyal fan base where they willing to spend 10,000 easy on like on something like so. I'm trying to build my shit up so where I got people who willing to do that on the like I ain't gonna say all time basis because that's kind of what is it? Consumerism, not consumerism, capitalism. But the world is full of consumers, so I'm not about to try to change that and say, hey, stop buying all this shit. Fuck it, let me create something and let y'all buy it from me then. People be so against capitalism, but you need money to live, right? You need to pay your rent, bills, like that shit is always due. And so some people are gonna just buy, and never create nothing for themselves. Like I would rather like buy a little bit and then like but create something that I can eat off forever. Like so YouTube you can eat off that forever. Podcasting you can eat off that forever. Like shit, I'm a life coach. I wrote my first book, even though it's a couple page, learning how to fucking meditate. That's the title. Like so, hey, and matter of fact, I just got partner with this crypto company, and it's in the link of this description. So if you enter crypto, this is based on like it gives you like future prices, saying if you, I mean I can't go too deep on it yet, but just click that link in the description if you enter crypto, like so.
And magnificent, the tree of knowledge, whose holy fruit they ate and acquired great wisdom. That tree is in height like the fir, and its leaves are like those of the carob tree, and its fruit is like the clusters of the grapes, very beautiful, and the fragrance of the tree carries far. Then I said, how beautiful is the tree, and how attractive is its look. Then Raphael, the holy angel who was with me, answered me and said, this is the tree of wisdom, of which your father of old and your mother of old, who were your progenitors, have eaten, and they learned wisdom, and their eyes were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they were driven out of the garden. Chapter 33. And from there I went to the ends of the earth, and saw there large beasts, and each differed from the other. And I saw birds also differing in appearance, and beauty, and voice, the one differing from the other. And to the east of those beasts I saw the ends of the earth where heaven rests on it, and the doors of heaven open. And I saw how the stars of heaven come out. And I counted the gates from which they came out, and wrote down all their outlets of each individual star by their numbers and their names, their courses and their positions, and their times and their months, as Uriel, the holy angel who was with me, showed me. He showed me all things and wrote them down for me.
I can't even lie, y'all. I was gonna start like a weed YouTube channel, like just smoking different weeds and like just having like, conversations about it. But ain't no seeds in here, my boy. See, like we supposed to be trying to listen to the Book of Enoch and Bo Sniffer in here talking about weed. But he got to make his entrance, so I can't be mad. Like that's just letting me know he ain't here. So. I ain't about to do that. We getting distracted. Fuck out.
Also their names he wrote for me, and their laws and their functions.
I know. You just want to smoke with me. It's okay. One day. Hey, just stick around, bro, Sniffer. But like I said, your name, I think you be sniffing coke, so I can't hang around you like that. I don't hang around that. Not to say that's wrong to do, cocaine, but that's not. I ain't into that type of party. Like so, I'd rather just smoke my weed, my Reggie. But one thing I do know, like, Blow Sniffer is the type of person who was bullied his whole life, so he gets on the internet to make it seem like he's the class clown, but he's really not. Exactly, that's why I made him a moderator. Like, He don't even know what strains he be smoking. Like he tried to say, tell me the strain that shit was only what 22% THC. That's real Reggie. But he had the hash, so like I ain't gonna trip. Like you smoke hash, that's gonna always boost up the hot. But still, like you be smoking Reggie. Talk about you live in Henderson, about it. You know damn well you don't live out here. But like I said, he's one of those people who was like kind of bullied, talked about. He probably one of them people who not confident about themselves, so they'll never get on YouTube and make videos like this. So he kind of talk about how I look because like I'm handsome. The only thing he can mention is my weed. But even then, he's not here to smoke my weed, so he couldn't tell you what I was smoking. He just has to make it like himself known. Like so, I'm not mad at that. Like I'm all cool with Blow Sniffer, like being how he is. Like, but I did what was planning on starting like a weed thing overall. Like, but it's cool. It's you could always just research the zip code. I mean, not the zip code, but the area code of a city. Like 702, that's easy to know. People use you for therapy. They do. They really do. I ain't even gonna lie. But should I just put it on this channel? Or I bleed Henderson. If you bleed, I'm telling y'all, that might be my brother, low key. Talking about he bleed Henderson. Because I know he be watching my shit. He'll never say it, but he do. So, it might be one of his memes for him. I need to get my pendulum, ask the question to see who is blowing the sniffer. Blow sniffer. See if you really from Nevada. See if you really who you say you is. Telling you, you don't want me to start tapping into your energy. I will like say some shit you never thought nobody knew about you. But like I said, it's all love. Cause she like literally one of the Blow Sniffer is literally one of the besides Tasha, Mr. Everest, like he shows up damn near every single day. Like so I'm not even tripping. I just have to give him what he's asking for. Like so when he be saying shit, I know he just wants a conversation from me. Like he uses me for my energy. Like a lot of people, they use me for my energy. Like, but you can't drain me. Like you can't. Like I'm all good. Like so, shout out to Willard coming through. Ask for iron lungs. They know. Nobody knows iron lungs for real. Who you want me to ask? Where you want me to go? Like, cause I go tomorrow. What place? As a matter of fact, we can meet up, Blow Sniffer, and we can smoke each other out. Like since you out here. Like since you out here, but Tasha, honestly, can't lie. I was a troll at 19 years old. Like when social media, it was around like MySpace days. I wasn't trolling on MySpace, but it was this thing called Tiny Chat, right? And it was like a bunch of people like on video cam, like on like in a group chat. Like so, I would feel some type of way about how I look. I didn't want people to just laugh at my teeth. So I would just talk shit off the back. I just troll like just to get the attention. But like it was, I realized that my karma came back when people started trolling me like later on in life. Like, so I'm like, fuck it, I got it. I get it. I learned my lesson. Henderson is not the streets, my boy. That is the suburbs.
Chapter 34. From there I went towards the north to the ends of the earth, and there I saw a great and glorious device at the ends of the whole earth. And here I saw 3 gates of heaven open. Through each of them proceed north winds. When they blow, there is cold, hail, frost, snow, dew, and rain. And out of one gate they blow for good. But when they blow through the other two gates, it is for violence and torment on the earth. And they blow with force. Chapter 35. Then I went towards the west to the ends of the earth, and saw there.
And as you see, Tasha, yeah, I actually been there, like, so I know why he trolls, because I used to troll. Like, he gonna get to the position where he doesn't care about how he looks and how other people view him, and he gonna get enough confidence from watching me to him to get on camera himself. And then watch how, as he grows, because he will grow, because he's tuning in, like, people are gonna troll the fuck out of him. Like, he gonna like, damn, Kenneth was right. I know. Like, I'm always right.
3 gates of heaven open, such as I had seen in the east, the same number of gates, and the same number of outlets. Chapter 36.
Make
And
sure
from
y'all hit
there
that
I
like
went to
button
the
if you
south,
haven't already.
to the ends of the
Really
earth,
appreciate it.
and saw there 3 open gates of heaven, and from them come dew, rain, and wind. And from there I went to the east, to the ends of heaven, and saw here the 3 eastern gates of heaven, open and small gates above them. Through each of these small gates pass the stars of heaven, and they run their course to the west on the path which is shown to them. And as often as I saw, I blessed always the Lord of glory, and I continued to bless the Lord of glory, who has done great and glorious wonders, who has shown the greatness of his work to the angels, and to spirits, and to men,
I clown on
that
my
they
own
might
teeth.
praise his work.
When I was a kid, that's when people like would clown on my teeth. When I felt subconscious about myself. Then I realized, I'm like, wait, y'all talking about my teeth? And first of all, I was born this way. I had no choice over it. And you're mad that I don't look like y'all, like everybody else? Like, so I'm like, I had to realize I stand out. Like, that's how people will remember me. Like, hey, the guy with the gap who gives all the wisdom and knowledge. You may not remember my name, but you'll always remember my face. Like, so, like, I had to start, like, understanding, like, that was a gift. Like, so I haven't heard nobody talk about my teeth, like, in years. Like, so. But if they do, it's like, bro, I just made a video, like, me transforming into SpongeBob. Like, I did that myself. Like, so I joke on myself because I'm confident in my looks and who I am. Like, literally, I'm handsome. My name means handsome guy. Like, so with that mindset and with my level of consciousness, I'm like, man, what the fuck? Everybody need a gap. Like, what the fuck? I'm telling you, people who close their gap, their fame starts to dwindle. Like, they start to lose their power, their success. I'm telling you. Keisha Cole used to be dope as fuck till she closed her gap. Naming some old people. 50 Cent, when he first came out, he had a gap. His gap got closed. His rap career kind of fell out, but he did come back harder as far as fucking power. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but your words don't. Blow sniffer know my words hurt. Like, and funny you said that, Tasha. I heard that same saying today, and I knew I was gonna hear it tonight. But blow sniffer, just understand. Like, I'm 31. I'm grown. I got 7 kids. Do you think I would care about what the weed you think I smoke? I have 7 kids. Motherfuckers want me to pay what? I buy my weed by the pound. You want me to pay 3,000 a pound for some what? Exotic za? For what? To impress who? I smoke by myself. Like, so you got the game fucked up. Like, I make enough money to buy whatever the fuck I want to buy. Like, so the fact that he's saying I'm blowing regular weed, that's my shit regular. Like, motherfucker, like, I didn't have the best. Not an ad, the regular shit that smoke better than the bet, like the quote unquote Zop. Like so, like I'm pretty sure that's what he's saying. Like regular weed is like stuff like Kush. Like he want me to have some ice cream sundae. He want me to have some like some rapper weed, some exclusive regular weed. Like has a name, Kush, but it's not motherfucking got crystals in it, like different colors. That's what he be on. Like he the type to get charged fucking 500 for an ounce. Like that's what he want. So exactly like my shit. I get it. Well, my plug live out here, like Cali. Like so they all come from the same place. He says, "See, I told you he just want a lot of. He just want to be seen. He wanted it to be about him. He reminds, like I said, he reminds me of my brother, somebody who is based off negativity. I'm not gonna say he's based off negativity, but the shit he does is like it's not positive. Like yeah, he does some things positive, but overall his content, his character, I don't deem that a positive influence. Like so, and not saying once again, not saying my brother's a bad person, but how he acts towards certain individuals is not the right way. Like so, hey, we all got our own movie though. Like so, the person he chooses to be in his movie, by all means, I'm all for it. But me understanding my character in my movie, like it don't go with that. Not in truth. It seems like the people around here have to take abuse. Yeah. Yes. And I'm saying like Tasha, if you now you know what I'm saying. Like I experienced living with my brother, like so understanding like I went through like some stuff like that would seem humiliating to any other person, but I was willing to be the comedy relief in his videos. Like I was like, yeah, I'll do that. Like, cause I was seeing like him getting millions of views. So all in my head, I'm thinking like, shit, I'm gonna get famous. So that, but I end up having a spiritual awakening within that time period. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to be the comedy relief. I don't want to be the side character. Like I'm not even the main character in my own life. Like so I'm like, yeah, I'm cool on that. See the wisdom go to my bro. Top of the even to my boy Tony Red. Like, but yeah, I got some gray hairs in my shit. I'll be shaving it a lot, but I got some wisdom because I be learning the lessons that I supposed to learn in life. Like so, most people will have the same type of wisdom if they stop failing the same test that's repeated in their life. Like blow sniffer, it's a test for him. When he come in here, he need to shut the fuck up or say something nice or just shut the fuck up. Like instead, he keeps failing by repeating the same shit. Like so, he's gonna just keep repeating the same test. Shit like that is why people don't evolve spiritually because they can't stop doing the simple dumb shit like that was like that will help you evolve. Like you will grow if you stop doing that. Like so until he stops trying to be a troll, like then he can like prosper in life. Not saying you're not doing good in your life, but to understand like that's the energy you come in with every single day. For what? Like what are you getting out of that? Once again, I never seen you get on live. You see, he getting offended now. He getting super offended. I be starting at 6:30 p.m. Central. Fuck, I said Central. I used to live in Central, but Las Vegas, so Western Pacific time. Like so, that's 9:30 Eastern time, 8:30 Central time. But low sniffer, like I understand your character. I know who you. Hey, when I say your thoughts create your reality, like I created Blow Sniffer's character in my show. Like he's made himself part of my show, and now he's the comedy relief. Like so, every time when I want to joke on somebody or crack on somebody, it's gonna be Blow Sniffer. Mm-hmm. Said about to cry. He reminds me like the comedians, like the hecklers at the show, but Yeah, I mean, nah, he ain't switch up. He been like that. Like he been like that. Like I said, it's a test for him to like evolve and grow, but I don't see that happening no time soon. Like so, he won't be getting blessed no time soon. Literally, blow sniffer. You obviously don't realize I can speak something into your life, and it will happen, and you would know I am the truth. Like so, I'm not getting offended, but I do want you to know, like I'm the real one, like I'm the real deal. Like so, I'm gonna do this test for you, Blow Sniffer. Tomorrow, if you come into the live and it's anything negative, you will experience for the next 7 days a negative week, times 10. Anything you say that is not positive will just be reflected back to you 100-fold. Like literally, you will have a bad week next week. If tomorrow you can't come in positive. Like so, if you want to take that chance, like then it's on you. Like, but at the same time, like let's see, like let's see, because I'm telling you, I done came across like I know who I am now. Like so, I know my power. Like so, since a troll is in like being a troll, like there is no karma like for me just like speaking something into his life. Like how God be cursing motherfuckers who be doing dumb shit. Blow Sniffer would have been. I bet you in get one of your past lives you got cursed. He probably go lose his wallet. He probably some shit. Like I'm telling you, but it's gonna be tomorrow. If he come into the live tomorrow with the same energy, shit, my dick go fall up in the week. You speak like you literally speak no no power. Like the fuck. You know this is a kid. Why is somebody named Blue Sniffer talk about weed? Exactly, he's a cocaine sniffer. Like he's a cocaine sniffer. Like so he must be on coke. And I've never did coke, so I don't know what it makes you do or how it makes you act. But like shit, it'll be his downfall. Speaking into existence, like you can't speak nothing into my life, my boy. Like literally, you really can't speak nothing into me. My shit'll probably work 10 times more now that you said, like, bruh, I transmute energy. Literally, all negative energy, I transmute it to benefit it in my, like, for me. Like, so when you come in here, Blow Sniffer, you just give me more energy. Like, literally, you give me more energy. I'm a wizard, genie, magician. Hey, if my dick fall off in a week, I know you the truth. But guess what? If my dick still works, as a matter of fact, if it works even better, I'm telling you. I'm like, shit. He gonna realize cause he gonna do the same shit tomorrow cause he think it's a game, and watch. He may not even show up for a week cause that first day is gonna be like, it's gonna be negative. Like the nigga who hacked my Instagram, right? Like I didn't say nothing like a negative until he just kept like trying to what is it? He kept trying to like get more money out of me. Like, and he knew he wasn't gonna give me my Instagram back. Like, so I spoke something into his life, and I just know, like, cause of the message that he got, like, the message that he sent to me, like, he was like, oh shit, this dude is the real deal. Like, he didn't do his homework, basically. Like, so I'm pretty sure how his life turned out. Like, he's not happy with it. Like, he may be able to hack people's shit, get their account, but overall, how his life will end, it'll be terrible. Like just off the strength of like trying to like get like, what is the fucking word that I'm? It's on the tip of my tongue. Somebody try to get more money out of you. Like, can't think of the word. Probably because it ain't me. It ain't. It don't even matter. It didn't happen. It didn't work. But I know how my words is. Like I know the words that I speak is like when God talk. shit it's come to pass. Probably don't happen instantly, like with Jesus and God, but I'm on a level like where I'm headed to. When I say some shit, it's gonna happen immediately. Like so, watch out, blow sniffer. Let's see how your life turn out after this.
And all his creation, that they might see the power of his might, and praise the great work of his hands,
Watch.
and bless him forever.
Watch. And like shit just sit like that. That's a confirmation. That's what I call a confirmation. When I say something, then when I start the book, Mason, you gonna see, like literally watch. Watch Blow Snip. He probably gonna come in tomorrow with a whole new profile. It ain't even gonna be this one, because he gonna try to be on some slick shit, but it don't work like that. I'm telling you, you are you, and my words are like is law. Literally, my word is the law. So.
Chapter 37. The second vision which he saw, the vision of wisdom which Enoch the son of Jared, the son of Mahalalel, the son of Canaan, the son of Enos, the son of Seth, the son of Adam, saw. And this is the beginning of the words of wisdom which I lifted up my voice to speak, and say to those which dwell on earth, hear, you men of old time, and see, you that come after, the words of the Holy One, which I will speak before the Lord of spirits. The words are for the men of old time, and to those that come after. We will not withhold the beginning of wisdom from this present day. Such wisdom has never been given by the Lord of spirits, as I have received according to my insight, according to the good pleasure of the Lord of spirits, by whom the lot of eternal life has been given to me. Now 3 parables were imparted to me, and I lifted up my voice and recounted them to those that dwell on the earth. Chapter 38. The first parable. When the congregation of the righteous shall appear, and sinners shall be judged for their sins, and shall be driven from the face of the earth. And when the righteous ones shall appear before the eyes of the elect righteous ones, whose works are weighed by the Lord of spirits, light shall appear to the righteous and the elect who dwell on the earth. Where will there be the dwelling for sinners? And where will there be a resting place for those who have denied the Lord of spirits? It had been good for them if they had not been born.
You ever hit that like button? Make
John
sure
1:1.
Really appreciate it if you do.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. And when the secrets of the righteous shall be revealed, and the sinners judged, and the godless driven from the presence of the righteous and elect,
so technically,
from that time,
darkness came first. Like, and then there was light. But there was darkness first. So if anything, does that mean like bad is like was the correct chaos is like the right thing. It's supposed to be chaos on this motherfucking planet. Like that's what I take from it. Like this is supposed to be hell. Bad shit's supposed to happen. You're supposed to have trolls like Blow Sniffer. Cause you can't be all positive, right? Can't be too perfect. People gonna find a reason to crucify you. Like so. Like I said, I ain't mad at you, Blow Sniffer, but at the same time, I want you to see my power. Like I want you to know that like I'm the real deal. Like so as we grow in years and years you'll always remember like, damn, I never do no fuck shit like that again. Like so like it's all a lot of love and game. God be cursing niggas for 10,000 years. Like you lucky I ain't cursed your lifetime. Like I could have went that far. So I just said 7 days. So but it's all on you. Like we playing chess right now. Like so it's your move next, Blow Sniffer. Because there's nothing you can speak on me. Fact. Like, there's nothing you can speak on me. I'm telling you, anything you say positive, I will use it and it'll turn it to a positive. And it'll be more of a blessing. I swear, every time someone says something negative to me, Like, I use that energy and I get blessed behind it. Like, so continue all you want. And for those that's watching, that's probably want to troll, want to do some dumb shit like him, want to test it, by all means, like, just try. And then you'll see, like, I'll have more like God tested fucking Pharaoh and made the world believers of him. Like, I'm telling you, I ain't gonna say Blow Sniffer is on the level of being the Pharaoh, because he's not. It's more on, like, I ain't gonna say you a peasant, that'd be too, like, but at the same time, now that I think about it, the only people who find my page are like on some type of frequency, right? Like on some type of like level of like consciousness. So for the fact that he's in here, like he can't be somebody who's just sleep. Like he can't just be like a lost soul. Like so, it makes me think like that's somebody behind, like that's operating like that. I probably know that probably just want me to just stop doing what I'm doing because it's causing like mayhem in their life, or like it's making them feel less than. Like, but don't feed into it. Sometimes you get that. Exactly, but sometimes you just gotta let them know too. Like so, but it is causing me to be on here a lot longer though. Like so, and like I got the energy. Like I really do got the energy, and it don't like you know how sometimes you get angry, like your chest starts to like. I mean, you start to like you feel it. Like I'm like just so calm and like peaceful. Like I was just like I can't help it sometimes. Like it's hard though. Like cause it be a lot. I posted a Dave Chappelle, like that's going crazy right now on my YouTube, like for my page. Like people think I posted that to make him look bad, and I'm like, wait, what? Like I tried to explain the title the best way I can, and it's a short. Like so, I didn't think I had to like. People like, where's the whole video? Like, motherfucker, it's a short. If I had the whole video, I would have posted the whole video. Like, but people be like, just saying dumb shit like for no reason. I'm like, what the fuck? But I understand that's what it come with it. Like, if you're gonna have millions of views, guess what? You're gonna have at least 1,000 motherfucking jackasses in that motherfucker. Like so, even though I ain't got a million views on my live, just imagine when I do. Like, just imagine how many blow sniffers there be. Like so, you're right. I can't be focusing on him because if it's 10, then I'm gonna be focusing on 10. Like so, as a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna take my moderation back from blow sniffer and then like just start every time like from this point tomorrow on out. Like we gonna see it from tomorrow. I'm gonna just do him like those little sex thingies that be popping up, and I'm just hiding from the live. Like that's all I'm gonna do. Like shit, cause I don't have to let his shit be seen. I don't even have to communicate with him. But I see he shows up every single day. Like so, it's a reason why he here, and I want him to learn and grow. Like I want that for everybody. Shit, I want you to be a millionaire, multi-millionaire. Shit. I want you to get off the dumb shit and get off the coke, because that's probably what it's doing. It's fucking with your brains, your nerves, and whatever else, your mental. Like, I want you to get it right, brother. Like, I don't want you to reincarnate till you keep doing the same shit. So, got love for you, for sure. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. I really appreciate it if you do.
Those that possess the earth shall no longer be powerful and mighty, and they shall not be able to look at the face of the holy ones, because the Lord of spirits has caused his light to appear on the face of the holy, righteous, and elect. 2 Corinthians 3:18. But we all, with open face, beholding as in a glass the glory of the Lord, are changed into the same image from glory to glory, even as by the Spirit of the Lord. Then the kings and the mighty shall be destroyed, and be turned over into the hands of the righteous and holy. And from then on none shall seek mercy from the Lord of spirits for themselves, for their life is at an end. Chapter 39. And it shall come to pass in those days that elect and holy children will descend from the high heaven, and their offspring will become one with the children of men, Author's note. Here we have a verse that can be interpreted in various ways. The holy children from the high heaven could be the spirits of the righteous dead. However, other verses seem to suggest those souls are being held until judgment. Enoch 38:1 mentions a judgment, and this could be the one we seek to release the souls and make this verse mesh well. Other theories regarding this verse have been put forward by those who believe God will give his consent to angels that they may finally freely mix with people. This seems unlikely given the previous reaction. Lastly, those involved with UFO studies point to this verse as an indication of contact. And in those days, Enoch received books of indignation and wrath, and books of turmoil and confusion.
Spiritual-wise,
there will be no mercy.
Enoch was took by UFOs. Who said it was some, what if they seen it as, like, God coming down? Like, what if Enoch was the whole time an alien, like, who just came to fucking give some prophecies, like, give his mission, like, and go home, like, he did his mission. Like, so who says it was, like, actual God came back and, like, said, hey, Enoch, let's go.
For them, says the Lord of Spirits.
But it was
and in those days a whirlwind carried me off from the earth and set me down at the end of heaven. There I saw another vision, the dwelling places of the holy and the resting places of the righteous. Here my eyes saw the dwelling places of his righteous angels and the resting places of the holy ones. And they petitioned and interceded and prayed for the children of men, and righteousness flowed before them like water, and mercy fell like dew on the earth. Thus it is among them forever and ever. And in that place my eyes saw the elect one of righteousness and of faith. And I saw his dwelling place under the wings of the Lord of Spirits. And righteousness shall prevail in his days, and the righteous and elect shall be innumerable, and will be before him forever and ever. And all the righteous and elect ones before him shall be as bright as fiery lights, and their mouths shall be full of blessing, and their lips shall praise the name of the Lord of Spirits. Righteousness and truth before him shall never fail. There I wished to dwell, and my spirit longed for that dwelling place. And thus it was decided, and my portion was assigned and established by the Lord of Spirits. In those days I praised and exalted the name of the Lord of Spirits with blessings and praises, because he has destined me for blessing and glory according to the good pleasure of the Lord of Spirits. For a long time my eyes looked at that place, and I blessed him and praised him, saying, Blessed is he, and may he be blessed from the beginning and forevermore. And in his presence there is no end. He knows before the world was created what is forever, and what will be from generation to generation. Those who do not sleep bless you. They stand before your glory and bless, praise, and exalt you, saying, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of Spirits. He fills the earth with spirits. And here my eyes saw all those who do not sleep. They stand before him and bless him, saying, Blessed be you, and blessed be the name of the Lord forever and ever. And my face was changed, for I could no longer see. Chapter 40. And after that I saw thousands of thousands and 10,000 times 10,000. I saw a multitude beyond number and reckoning, who stood before the Lord of Spirits. And on the four sides of the Lord of Spirits I saw four figures, different from those that did not sleep. And I learned their names, for the angel that went with me told me their names, and showed me all the hidden things. And I heard the voices of those four presences as they uttered praises before the Lord of glory. The first voice blessed the Lord of Spirits forever and ever. The second voice I heard blessing the elect one and the elect ones who depend on the Lord of Spirits. And the third voice I heard pray and intercede for those who live on the earth and pray earnestly in the name of the Lord of Spirits. And I heard the fourth voice fending off the Satans, adversary or accusers, and forbidding them to come.
This is the second time I heard devils and satans, like plural, like it's multiple. It ain't just one. Like so, for me, in consciousness and what I learned in my journey, like the devil is like negative thoughts, negative habits, not in control of your destiny. Like that's the devil. Like so, people read the Bible and they think it seems real. It's got predictions in it, prophecies in it. Some people call it. So I see why like they would like say this is the one, but at the same time, most Christians haven't read the Book of Enoch, like literally, like unconscious mind. So, what you mean by the ego? Like the ego is actually something that's meant for you. Like you're supposed to kind of have an ego, but people just let their ego just get inflated and like. But your ego is there to protect you. But like I said, it's multiple like it's multiple devils. It's a bunch of devils. I wouldn't say what you mean by the unconscious mind, like like a sleep person, like yeah, those are like the devil got control of them. I wouldn't say the unconscious mind is the devil, but because your unconscious mind is in negative. Like you got your subconscious. That's like when you know when you go to sleep and you have dreams and like it's a bunch of visions and symbolisms. Like that's your subconscious mind. You like your unconscious mind is like when you be thinking on the average day. Like that's more of your unconscious mind. Like when you meditate, that's when you tap into your subconscious. Like, so it's way deeper. Like that's where you access your past lives. That's where you access the what is it called? Damn, forgot the name of it. Just that quick. No, the Akashic records. You can access multiple shit, like a lot of shit through meditation. If you really focus and do it right, you'll be like Doctor Strange in this bitch.
Before the Lord of Spirits to accuse them who dwell on the earth. After that I asked the angel of peace who went with me, who showed me everything that is hidden. Who are these four figures which I have seen, and whose words I have heard and written down?
Hey,
and
when I hit 20K, we're going to do a giveaway. Positive Minds is only going to do a giveaway. Like, so, should I give away a gas card? Because that's what, like, could be needed during these times like this. Like, or should I do, like, a gift card? Like, so, when I hit 20,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. But, only people who can, the only way to win this test, I mean, not this test, but this raffle, is if you guess one of my past lives. Like, so I already told people two of them, like, in particular, said this is who I was. Should I say those names again and then, like, wait till we get to 20K and, like, see, like, how should I do this? How should I do that? How should I do it? I'll figure it out. Like, but at 20K, when I hit 20K, I think I'm gonna do like a $50 gas card giveaway. Like so, it's going to include like sharing, telling, liking, commenting, like all of that. You got to be one of those subscribers. You can't just be somebody who popped in. I mean, anybody who finds out about like know one of my past lives, then they gotta be tuned in. Like so, I ain't even worried about like somebody who haven't been listening, like coming through, like and winning, like so. Oh, that's either bro. Him past life, he was cousin. I probably was. Oh my life, I probably. But you got to get the name. Like you, it's like I'm telling you. Every time I reincarnated, I was somebody. Everybody probably knows. Like well, at least the majority of the people know. Like so. I mentioned two of them, and that's when I mentioned when I was in Egypt, the Pharaoh who I was, and I mentioned my last life. Like so, I've been reincarnated 18 times. There's 16 total past lives. So if you listen and you've been here every single day, like multiple of my past lives names have been mentioned. Like so, you take a wild guess, or like you could just like go and like listen to watch some of the videos and see if you can figure it out. Like, cause we could all use a gas cart. Like so, me, I'm pushing towards like getting my own Tesla. Like, so I don't have to worry about gas no more. But until then, like, pretty sure like that's something that people can use. So that'd be it. Like when we hit 20K, I think the live will be like the giveaway live, and we'll go from there.
He said to me, "This first is Michael."
Making an impact, but as far as YouTube wise, like his character is known. Like he made himself known as far as like me getting on here every day. Now people know who he is. Like they've been like seeing him every single day. Like so, they already know who he is. But he's making himself known. Like so, when I do blow up, people will always see his comments. Like and he'll be like, I'll be always mentioning him. So he's marketing himself well, pretty well, honestly. But like what he's saying, like man, you should pick another niche. Like do something else, say something different. Like don't just go towards like the same old. Like so, I mean, I see what he's doing, but at the same time, like don't curse yourself like just saying the wrong thing or acting like doing it too much. Like I said, the motherfucker who hacked me, I didn't fucking say nothing to him until like a week later. He just kept trying to get more money out of me, and like the fuck. Now you going too far. Like so, after I did what I did, said what I said, he ain't hit me up in no type of form of fashion. Like so, that's been that.
Second, who was set over all the diseases and all the wounds of the children of men, is Raphael. And the third, who was set over all the powers, is Gabriel. And the fourth, who is set over the repentance and those who hope to inherit eternal life, is named Phanuel. And these are the four angels of the Lord of Spirits, and the four voices I heard in those days. Chapter 41. And after that I saw all the secrets of heavens, and how the kingdom is divided, and how the actions of men are weighed in the balance. And there I saw the mansions of the elect and the mansions of the holy. And my eyes saw all the sinners being driven from there which deny the name of the Lord of Spirits, and they were being dragged off, and they could not live because of the punishment which proceeds from the Lord of Spirits. John 14:2. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. And there my eyes saw the secrets of the lightning and of the thunder, and the secrets of the winds, how they are divided.
Yeah, what did I say? I forgot what I said. You know how I be forgetting. You gotta remind me. I could say it like 30 seconds ago and I like forget what I just said. Like, what is on camera, like so I could go back and like I can't go back right now, but like I could always go back and live and see what you're talking about, but I'm probably gonna forget to do that.
To blow over the earth. I ain't gonna forget blow and the secrets of the clouds and dew. And there I saw where they came from, and how they saturate the dusty earth. And there I saw closed storehouses, out of which the winds are divided. The storehouse of the hail and winds, the storehouse of the mist. Oh, you talking about
Tasha, you talking about like the giveaway, the gas card? Is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about I should say my past lives again for the new subbies? But they can always go to the past live. Hmm. That's how you get your watch time hours up because they already here. Like so, just in case, like, hey, I ain't gonna say which one I said it in, but it's multiple like live streams I done got. Like so, if you a real follower, not a follower, but if you're a real subscriber, if you a person like me, I'm a person who like if I found somebody interesting, I'm gonna watch on YouTube. Right, I'm gonna just always go back to all the old shit and just watch it all the way through, and then like kind of catch myself up. I'm not gonna watch every single video, but I'm gonna watch just enough to like get like the backstory. Like so, y'all. I mean, I say in my past life I was Robert Johnson. That was the last one. Like in Egypt, I was Amenhotep the third. Like so, those are two past lives that I've mentioned. Now, since I've said those two, like I said, I've been here 18 times. Y'all gonna have to guess the answer. Like I took, I exposed those answer. I can't give those two away. Or should nah, I ain't gonna do that. For the simple fact we only at 18,000. So by the time 20K hit, it'd probably be a couple days, a couple weeks. I know how people forget. Like so in case people writing it down, writing the answer down, like then we'll see. But I guess we can throw that in too, cause that ain't no easy one right there. At least the one. And yeah, I'm gonna do. You want to give? Y'all want a gift card or do y'all want the gas card? Like so. Now, if Tasha, you got a Tesla, then I can do the gift card too. Like so, if you balling like that, just let me know.
Clouds, and the cloud thereof hovers over the earth from the beginning of the world. And I saw the storehouses of the sun and moon, where they go and where they come, in their glorious return, and how one is superior to the other, and their stately orbit, and how they do not leave their orbit, and they add nothing to their orbit, and they take nothing from it, and they keep faith with each other, in accordance with the oath by which they are bound together. And first the sun goes out and traverses his path according to the commandment of the Lord of spirits, and mighty is his name forever and ever. And after that I saw the invisible and the visible path of the moon, and she accomplishes the course of her path in that place by day and by night, the one holding a position opposite to the other before the Lord of spirits. And they give thanks and praise and rest not, but their thanksgiving is forever and ever. For the sun makes many revolutions for a blessing or a curse, and the course of the path of the moon is light to the righteous and darkness to the sinners in the name of the Lord, who made a separation between the light and the darkness, and divided the spirits of men and strengthened the spirits of the righteous, in the name of his righteousness. For no angel hinders, and no power is able to hinder. For he appoints a judge for them all, and he judges them all himself. Chapter 42. Wisdom found no place where she might dwell. Then a dwelling place was assigned her in heavens. Wisdom went out to make her dwelling among the children of men, and found no dwelling place. Wisdom returned to her place, and took her seat among the angels. And unrighteousness went out from her storehouses. She found those she did not seek, and dwelt with them. She sought no one in particular, but found a place, as rain in a desert, and dew on a thirsty land. Chapter 43. And I saw other lightning in the stars of heaven, and I saw how he called them all by their names, and they obeyed him. And I saw how they are weighed in a righteous balance according to their proportions of light. I saw the width of their spaces and the day of their appearing, and how their revolution produces lightning. And I saw their revolution according to the numbers of the angels, and how they keep faith with each other. And I asked the angel who went with me, who showed me what was hidden, "What are these?" And he said to me, "The Lord of spirits has shown you their parable. These are the names of the holy who dwell on the earth and believe in the name of the Lord of spirits forever and ever." Chapter 44. Also another phenomenon I saw in regard to the lightning, how some of the stars arise and become lightning and cannot part with their new form. Chapter 45. And this is the second parable concerning those who deny the name of the dwelling of the holy ones and the Lord of spirits. They shall not ascend to heaven, and they shall not come on the earth. Such shall be the lot of the sinners who have denied the name of the Lord of spirits, who are preserved for the day of suffering and tribulation. On that day my elect one shall sit on the throne of glory, and shall try the works of the righteous. And their places of rest shall be innumerable, and their souls shall grow strong within them, when they see my elect ones, and those who have called on my glorious name. Then will I cause my elect one to dwell among them. I will transform heaven, and make it an eternal blessing and light. And I will transform the earth, and make it a blessing, and I will cause my elect ones to dwell on it. But the sinners and evildoers shall not set foot on it. For I have seen and satisfied my righteous ones with peace, and have caused them to dwell before me. But for the sinners there is judgment impending with me, so that I shall destroy them from the face of the earth. Chapter 46. And there I saw one whose face looked ancient. His head was white like wool, and with him was another being whose countenance had the appearance of a man, and his face was full of graciousness, like one of the holy angels. And I asked the angel who went with me and showed me all the hidden things concerning that Son of Man, who he was, and where came from, and why he went with the Ancient One. And he answered and said to me, "This is the Son of Man who hath righteousness, with whom dwells righteousness, and who reveals all the treasures of that which is hidden, because the Lord of spirits hath chosen him, and whose lot has preeminence before the Lord of spirits in righteousness, and is forever. And this Son of Man whom you have seen shall raise up the kings and the mighty from their seats, and the strong from their thrones, and shall loosen the reins of the strong, and break the teeth of the sinners. And he shall put down the kings from their thrones and kingdoms, because they do not exalt and praise him, nor humbly acknowledge who bestowed their kingdom on them. And he shall make the strong hang their heads, and shall fill them with shame. And darkness shall be their dwelling, and worms shall be their bed. And they shall have no hope of rising from their beds, because they do not exalt the name of the Lord of spirits. They raise their hands against the Most High, and tread on the earth and dwell on it, and all their deeds manifest unrighteousness. Their power rests on their riches, and their faith is in the gods which they have made with their hands. They deny the name of the Lord of spirits, and they persecute the houses of his congregations, and the faithful who depend on the name of the Lord of spirits. Chapter 47. In those days the prayer of the righteous shall have ascended, and the blood of the righteous from the earth shall be before the Lord of spirits. In those days the holy ones who dwell above in heavens shall unite with one voice, and supplicate, and pray, and praise, and give thanks and bless the name of the Lord of spirits, on behalf of the blood of the righteous, which has been shed, that the prayer of the righteous may not be in vain before the Lord of spirits, that they may have justice, and that they may not have to wait forever. In those days I saw the head of days when he seated himself on the throne of his glory, and the books of the living were opened before him, and all his hosts which is in heaven above, and his counselors stood before him. And the hearts of the holy were filled with joy, because the number of the righteous had been offered, and the prayer of the righteous had been heard, and the blood of the righteous not been required before the Lord of spirits. Chapter 48. And in that place I saw the spring of righteousness, which was inexhaustible, and around it were many springs of wisdom, and all the thirsty drank of them, and were filled with wisdom, and their dwellings were with the righteous and holy elect. And at that hour that Son of Man was named in the presence of the Lord of spirits, and his name was brought before the head of days, even before the sun and the signs were created, before the stars of heaven were made. His name was named before the Lord of spirits. He shall be a staff to the righteous, and they shall steady themselves.
Did they say his name was named before God, whoever they're talking about?
And not fall, and he shall be the light of the Gentiles, and the hope of those who are troubled of heart. All who dwell on earth shall fall down and worship him, and will praise and bless and sing and celebrate the Lord of spirits. And for this reason he has been chosen and hidden in front of, kept safe by him, before the creation of the world and forevermore. And the wisdom of the Lord of spirits has revealed him to the holy and righteous, for he hath preserved the Lord of the righteous, because they have hated and rejected this world of unrighteousness, and have hated all its works and ways in the name of the Lord of spirits. For in his name they are saved, and according to his good pleasure, and it is he who has regard to their life. In these days, the kings of the earth and the strong who possess the land, because of the works of their hands, will be shamed, because on the day of their anguish and affliction, they shall not be able to save themselves, and I will give them over into the hands of my elect. As straw in the fire, so shall they burn before the face of the holy. As lead in the water shall they sink before the face of the righteous, and no trace of them shall be found any more. And on the day of their affliction there shall be rest on the earth, because the evil ones will be destroyed, and before him they shall fall down and not rise again, and there shall be no one to take with his hands and raise them up, for they have denied the Lord of spirits and his anointed. The name of the Lord of spirits be blessed. Chapter 49. For wisdom is poured out like water, and glory will not fail before him ever. For he is mighty in all the secrets of righteousness, and unrighteousness shall disappear like a shadow, and will no longer exist, because the elect one stands before the Lord of spirits, and his glory is forever and ever, and his might for all generations. In him dwells the spirit of wisdom, and the spirit which gives insight, and the spirit of understanding and of might, and the spirit of those who have fallen asleep in righteousness. And he shall judge the secret things, and no one shall be able to utter a lying or idle word before him, for he is the elect one before the Lord of spirits, according to his good pleasure. Chapter 50. And in those days a change shall take place for the holy and elect, and the light of day shall abide on them, and glory and honor shall turn to the holy. On the day of trouble, affliction will be heaped on the evil, and the righteous shall be victorious in the name of the Lord of spirits. For he wills this to others, that they may repent and turn away from the works of their hands. They shall have no honor through the name of the Lord of spirits, but through his name they shall be saved. And the Lord of spirits will have compassion on them, for his mercy is great. He is righteous also in his judgment, and in the presence of his glory, unrighteousness also shall not stand. At his judgment, the unrepentant shall perish before him, and from now on I will have no mercy on them, says the Lord of spirits.
Is he talking about all of mankind? He's not gonna have no mercy upon them. But he ain't been having mercy upon too many people at all, period, off the bat. Like, he don't seem too much of a merciful God like everybody say he is. I mean, I ain't gonna say everybody, like the black churches that I've been in. They always would say, oh God, you're so merciful. But I'm like, he's not merciful. He really be on a murder spree. I would never say he was the big P word. But, hey. You do be like serial killing a lot of you serial killing a lot. So definitely hit that like button. Hit that subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate that subscribe. Trying to get to that 20K before my birthday. If we don't make it, oh well, it don't matter. We still gonna get 20K soon. Like so. It's all about that marathon. Like so I ain't in no type of rush. I just know as I can continue to work every single day, we're going to continue to grow every day. Like, so I have no choice but to dedicate my time on here. Like, because I done dedicated too many years to just watching other people. Like, so, exactly, mass genocide. Like, because serial killing, that's just what, 10, 20, 30 people? Like, genocide is like truly wiping out generations on the daily. So I love that y'all actually like this type of stuff. I didn't expect like people to gravitate to this like they did, but I just kept trying new things. Like, hey, I started just from talking randomly on live every day to fucking boom, we here. Like doing, I wouldn't say this is decoding the Bible because I'm not decoding nothing. I'm just getting like questioning like everything I fucking like. I mean, I'm questioning my beliefs I had up until not this point, but until the point that I woke up. So I always had questions within myself that I just couldn't ask nobody because who would I could have asked? Like, is why God ain't got no woman? Like, how, like I used to ask that, but like, woman, like, why God ain't mention a woman? Why is the shit so fucked? Why was it fucked up from the jump? Like, from the time he created Adam and Eve, humans have been fucking up off the jump. I'm like, what's the point of you knowing, like, you're the God Almighty, you knowing how it's gonna go? Why wouldn't you just wipe this shit out? For sure. Bro, back in here. Hey, make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother. He just dropped a video today. Hey, now that you back, gotta roll up again. Definitely checked out his video. Make sure y'all go check out his video, Jinx the Rebel. Like, at first I wanted to say like this was something to code in the Bible, but I'm like, nah, this ain't nothing like that. Half the time I don't even be talking about like what the fuck it is. But I be having a lot of questions that I be needing to ask, but sometimes I'll ask a question, then I'll press play, then they'll answer the question right after. So I'm like, let me just wait and like before I have something to say. But then again, like, how would my like? I would rather say it out loud and then the answer get questioned on camera rather than me just hold it in within myself. And then I'm like, oh shit, I need to keep doing what I'm doing.
Chapter 51. And in those days shall the earth also give back that which has been entrusted to it, and Sheol, the grave, also shall give back that which it has received, and hell shall give back that which it owes. For in those days the elect one shall arise, and he shall choose the righteous and holy from among them. For the day has drawn near that they should.
Like, literally, I asked this question yesterday. Like, how many righteous people do y'all truly know in y'all life? Like, truly, like, you know, like, if they was to die today, like, they would go to heaven. Like, of course, you have children, babies, like, that would make it. But how many adults, like, knowing they ain't never did you dirty, never talked bad about you, never steered you wrong, didn't give you no false type of beliefs, don't got no fucked up type of way of thinking? Like, how many people do you truly know if they was to die today, they would go to heaven? If there was, like, a heaven. Because I know where the fuck they would go when they die. They're going to be stuck over here on this side, on the astral plane, where they can't go to anywhere else because they wasn't, like, aware of that when they was alive. Like, so, being asleep, you wake up when you die and you realize this was just a game, but then you still stuck. Like, so, when I die, I don't have to be stuck over here with y'all, like, guiding y'all. Like, I'm gonna be fucking on a fucking planet where there's nothing but beaches and fucking palm trees. And it ain't even no flesh. Like, we just chilling, like, soaking up energy. Like, so, most people don't think shit like that. They think when I die, oh, I might go to hell. Cause then half the people who I know who was Christian, no matter how old they was like, I'm never sure if I'll make it into heaven. It's never, like, it's never, no, you never know. That's because they know they be doing fucked up shit in the fucking, in the background. They be doing some dumb shit. So, but I ain't here to judge. I come here to wake people up and, like, let people know, hey, it's more than what you think it is. Like, so most people don't realize that. I do.
Be saved. And in those days the elect one shall sit on his throne, and all the secrets of wisdom and counsel shall pour from his mouth. For the Lord of spirits hath given them to him, and has glorified him. In those days shall the mountains leap like rams, and the hills shall skip like lambs satisfied with milk. And the faces of all the angels in heaven shall be lighted up with joy. And the earth shall rejoice, and the righteous shall dwell on it, and the elect shall walk on it. Chapter 52. And after those days in that place where I had seen all the visions of that which is hidden, for I had been carried off in a whirlwind, and they had borne me towards the west. There my eyes.
How do Enoch not know he's dreaming? Like, how do he, like, I mean, how do we not know he's dreaming? He had a vision, like, imagination, crazy ass imagination. Was on fucking psychedelic, seen some shit. Like, how do we not know, like, that's what his vision was? Because I'm pretty sure I done had some psychedelic trips where it was things that was in my trip, like, and I ended up, like, damn, like, the first time I did LSD, like, it was a phrase that was said while I was tripping that somebody ended up saying to me, like, a couple days later, the exact same phrase. Like, and I couldn't remember it to save my life, like, after I got out, like, the trip was over. Like, when you do psychedelics, it's hard to remember, like, what you experienced, because the shit be, like, so crazy. Like, I mean, it depends on, like, what you're mental at, though. Like, so, you know, sleep people who do psychedelics, I don't think they trips be, like, they probably have fun trips and shit. My shit be fucking lessons and teachings and fucking, like, shit that I never want to do again. Like, think back to the burning bush from the Bible. I'm telling you, they was on fucking drugs. I'm in the desert, bro. I'm in the desert. That's what, like, Egypt is not prevalent as it was back then, but Las Vegas is, and then we got pyramid fucking hotel and all of that. Bruh, exactly, exactly. Motherfuckers was tripping. That's the fucking thing, like, man. Seeing fucking, what's those things called? Mirages and shit.
Can I please get this?
Ask your mom.
This is her.
Ask your mom.
Do I love her looking kissy missy?
Huh?
Do I love her looking kissy missy?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Huggy Wuggy.
What is Huggy Wuggy?
This is Huggy Wuggy.
What you want me to buy that? I'll buy it later. Later will never come. Close my door. Wow. Usually I tell my kids, with Dina, cause she always just begging for certain things over and over and over and over. Like, so sometimes you just gotta say yes, yes. Like, so over time, like, she had asked me for a bunch of things, like, and this is like 2019, right? Like, so I ain't even have money to get at half the things. I really like it. So it was tapping into them drugs, man. Like, so she would always ask me for things, and I never get it. Like, so she started watching TV, and there was this TV show where, like, she felt like she was one of the characters on the TV, and she was like, "That's you, Dad," and like the dad was like one of those dads like that's always lying, saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna take you someplace and never go." So I'm like, "Oh shit, man." She'll play with it one time and like forget about it. Like, I done wasted hella money on like knowing like kids are like that. If they want it and when they get it, they forget about it. That's just like grown ups. Like, shit, we be wanting shit so bad when we finally get it. I'm like, damn, this ain't even what I wanted. Like, so, like, I'm trying to get wealthy over here. Like, shit, I ain't got time to be invested in shit that just to make her happy for a couple days. Like, I don't give a fuck if her growing up like, man, my daddy never bought me the toys I wanted. You know what? I grew up like that too. Or then again, I was making straight A's, so I technically did get everything that I wanted. Like, so, but I had to work for that shit. Like, so, Jinx know like good shit, but he was making honor roll too. But like, it was like my grandma had stopped doing that. Like, by the time he started making, like, so I was like the kid who was making all the honor roll while my siblings, like the older siblings, they was not. Like, not to say they wasn't flunking. Or my older sister, she flunked like one grade. Like, so her and my older brother was in the same grade. But overall, like, I was just like the scholarship kid, like, coming up. Like, so I used to get, like I said, everything I wanted. This is like the '90s, early 2000s. Skate shoes had just came out. The scooters had came out. The Razor scooters that came out. I had got some rollerblades, got a Game Boy Color, just off the strength of my grades had was always like honor roll. Like, so, like I said, when my little brother, he came behind me. He started making the honor roll too. Like, my grandma started giving like basically empty promises, like telling him basically what she told me. Like, hey, if you make the honor roll, I'm gonna get you these things, and it never happened. Now I realize I be doing the same thing to my kids, but I gotta realize I did get what I wanted. So I want to be able to make sure like my kids get what they wanted, so they can actually have that memory. But like I said, it's too many times where I bought my like last Christmas. I never do nothing for Christmas because I never gave a fuck about like once I woke up, I'm like, man, I ain't about to be worshiping no fucking holidays. Then this Christmas or before Christmas, I had an epiphany, right? And it's like the only people who are not supposed to celebrate Christmas are Christians and like people who are in religious. Like the people who do celebrate Christmas are people who like believe in like there's multiple gods and stuff like that. Like, so I'm like, oh, I do believe in multiple gods, so it is cool for me to like enjoy my holiday because I low key always wanted to because of like how I grew up. Like the Christmases I remember, like it was always like until I stopped believing in Santa. Like the Christmas up until that point like was lit. Like, so I was able to like say this Christmas, okay, I'm gonna finally go out and buy my kids something for Christmas. Spent over $2,000 on shit. I'm telling you, a week passed, none of those toys are playing with today. Like I mean, like they, nothing that I bought is like I can find it right now. It's some certain thing that's probably on the floor laying around, but they don't play with it. They don't do. But they, oh, I wanted this, I want that, I want. But I'm like, man, I know how kids is. Like, so do I really want to buy them what they want, and that's not really what they need, just because I got it, and I want to be like, oh, they, I want them to be like have good memories of me buying stuff, but at the same time, just because you got money and you doing things for them, that don't mean like that's really how you raise your children. Just because you want them to have like good memories of certain things, of material things. Cause damn sure, I'm pretty sure they won't remember the shit that you bought. They probably will always remember, yeah, I got things that I wanted, but they'll never remember the exact things that you bought. So she might get one, she might get a huggy wuggy, she might not. But at the same time, like, she know how to manifest everything she want in her life. She been knowing about the law of attraction since she been born. Like so, like she know how to get what she want in life.
Saw all the secret things of heaven that shall be, a mountain of iron, and a mountain of copper, and a mountain of silver, and a mountain of gold, and a mountain of soft metal, and a mountain of lead. And I asked the angel who went with me, saying, what things are these which I have seen in secret? And he said to me, all these things which you have seen shall serve the authority of his Messiah, that he may be powerful and mighty on the earth.
Like I literally
the angel of peace answered me, saying,
off the strength of like my memories of growing up, like tradition wise, like, and I just remember like the energy surrounded by like the certain holidays, like Christmas. As a kid, it was like so fun, like shit. So I'm like, man, I want to bring that back for my children, like recapture that like that energy and like those memories for them as well. Like so, I'd be dressing up for Halloween and all like shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm not a religious person. I can do what the fuck I want. Like so, whether it's Easter, I'm not gonna fucking hide fucking eggs around the house, or whether it's fucking 4th of July, I'll celebrate whatever the fuck I want to celebrate. Like I'm a human. I like to have fun. Like it's not about the traditions with me, but it's like just recapturing those memories of me growing up. Like that brought a lot of joy to my life. Like so, why not?
wait a little while, and all secret things shall be revealed to you, things which surround the Lord of spirits. And these mountains which your eyes have seen, the mountain of iron, and the mountain of copper, and the mountain of silver, and the mountain of gold, and the mountain of soft metal, and the mountain of lead, all of these shall be like wax before a fire in the presence of the elect one, like the water which streams down from above on those mountains, and they shall be weak under his feet. And it shall come to pass in those days that none shall be saved, either by gold or by silver, and none will be able to save themselves or escape. And there shall be no iron for war, nor materials for breastplates. Bronze shall be of no use, tin shall be worthless, and lead shall not be desired. All these things shall be destroyed from the face of the earth, when the elect one appears before the Lord of spirits. Chapter 53. There my eyes saw a deep valley with its mouth open, and all who dwell on the earth and sea and islands shall bring gifts and presents and tokens of homage to him. But that deep valley shall not become full, and their hands commit lawless deeds, and everything the righteous work at the sinners devour. The sinners shall be destroyed in front of the face of the Lord of spirits, and they shall be banished from off the face of his earth, and they shall perish forever and ever. For I saw all the angels of punishment abiding there, and preparing the instruments of Satan. And I asked the angel of peace, who went with me, for whom are they preparing these
I didn't know you was
instruments?
Tibetan. Like, I fuck with Tibetan meditations. Yeah, like certain superstition, like I be fucking. Damn, what's one like superstition like that I still like cling to today? Like, uh, when your hands itch, the left hand itch mean like you're gonna have to pay somebody or pay a bill, pay some. Right hand itch, money is coming in. Like, so that's one like I always in the back of my hand. Every time my hand start itching, I'm like, oh shit. Like, so just a superstition, but like that's something like I kind of like still cling on to today. Like, never say never. I believe every time you say never about some shit, that shit will happen. Like, I don't think that's a superstition, but like that's just something about like don't ever tell the universe or God what ain't gonna happen. Like, so I always said I ain't never gonna be no millionaire. Like, so with the intention like of me being a millionaire, of course. Just trying to see like the laws of the universe working like any other type of way. Like, be on that black cat. Which black cat one? The black cat. That's positive. People don't realize when you see a black cat, look at that as a positive, like uh, spiritual animal, spirit animal. Like, so, I used to look at black cats as a bad thing too, but then like I had to switch my like just the 666 thing too. Like, people think that's a bad thing, but it's not. It's also an angel number, but as far as like the world and how the world sees that, it's negative. But guess what? My phone number has 666 to be with. So I don't give a fuck. When people ask for my number and I tell them that, I be knowing half the time they're Christian and they don't want to repeat like the 666 part. But I was saying that shit loud and clear, like 666. Yes, I'm not even tell you all the rest of my number. But I believe in like angel numbers, synchronicities, like, so. I don't give a fuck what, like I said, what nobody think or say or feel. Just know when I pop up, like that shit can either go two ways, good or bad.
And he said to me, they prepare these for the kings and the powerful of this earth, that they may with them be destroyed. After this, the righteous and elect one shall cause the house of his congregation to appear, and from then on they shall hinder no more, in the name of the Lord of spirits. And these mountains shall not stand the solid ground before his righteousness, but the hills shall be like springs of water, and the righteous shall have rest from the oppression of sinners. Hey, Chapter 54. And I looked and turned to another part of the earth.
I was trying to figure out like what superstition. My wife just said it like sweeping of the feet. Like, she swept my feet with the broom. I'm like, I had to spit on the broom. I'm like, don't be sweeping my feet. I'm crazy. She trying to act like she ain't believing that. I'm like, nah, because I'm like, what are you for? You want me to sweep your feet?
And saw there a deep valley with burning.
Oh yeah, the splitting poles. That's another one. But I seen like what's the fucking football team that just lost the Super Bowl? Like, they tried to avoid splitting poles in like a clip I seen on Instagram, and yet they still lost. Like, so that probably was kind of proved like. I mean, but that don't mean just because you didn't split the pole, like luck was gonna be in your favor. And those games are kind of rigged, so no matter what you did, if it ain't in your, if it ain't supposed to go your way, it ain't gonna go your way.
Fire. And they brought the kings and the powerful, and began to cast them into this deep valley. And there my eyes saw how they made their instrument.
Why they ain't got no good ones? Like, no good superstition. What's a good superstition? Like I said, like when the hand, not the left hand, but the right hand itching mean like some money coming. Like, what's another like good superstition that I need to pick up? I just need to just say something, believe that shit. Like, just every time it pop up, just like,
it's for them, iron chains of immeasurable weight. And I asked the angel of peace who was with me, saying, for whom are these chains being prepared? And he said to me, these are being prepared for the hosts of Azazel, so that they may take them and throw them into the bottom of the pit of hell, and they shall cover their jaws with rough stones, as the Lord of spirits commanded. And Michael and Gabriel and Raphael and Phanuel shall take hold of them on that great day, and throw them into the burning furnace on that day, that the Lord of spirits may take vengeance on them for their unrighteousness in becoming servants to Satan, and for leading astray those who live on the earth. And in those days punishment will come from the Lord of spirits, and he will open all the storehouses of waters above heavens, and of the fountains which are under the surface of the earth. And all the waters shall be come together, flow into or be joined with the waters of heaven above the sky. That which is above heavens is the masculine, and the water which is beneath the earth is the feminine. And they shall destroy all who live on the dry land, and those who live under the ends of heaven. Author's note: the previous verse refers to Noah's flood. And when they have acknowledged the unrighteousness which they have done on the earth, by these they shall perish. Chapter 55. And after that the head of days repented and said,
yeah, we almost 3 hours in on the live, and she finally popped in and said something. I don't see how she be doing. That must be her cue for me to say, hey, it's time to get off that mug now. Like, when she popped up, like, that must be like her thing. I got you, babe. After we hit the 3 minute mark, I'm gonna get off. But it's 8 people in here, so I might as well stay a little longer. Like, I wouldn't want to just end the live when there's still people in here.
I have destroyed all.
Even though it ain't a bunch of people comment, like, it ain't 8 people commenting. Like, what's up with that? Like, I mean, y'all got my likes up, and somebody just unliked my video. Like, I mean, they just unliked it. People be like getting butthurt over like certain things I say. They be like, oh, they probably like, nigga, I gave you a like. Now you want me to comment too? Let me just take this back. Well, so at least if you took the like back, stop. Hey, I see you just keep pressing the like button and unlike. Fuck it. Hey, you probably can't comment. That's probably what it means. So.
All who dwell on the earth to no avail. And he swore by his great name, from now on I will not do this to all who dwell on the earth again, and I will set a sign in heaven, and this shall be a covenant of good faith between me and them forever, so long as heaven is above the earth, and this is in accordance with my command. Author's note: the previous verse refers to the rainbow. When I have desired to take...
God said, yeah, I ain't gonna flood it no more, but that don't mean I ain't gonna fucking blow this bitch up with fire and brimstone. Like, God, that's what I thought. I mean, I'm like, which one would you rather have? If it was the end of the world, would you rather it be a flood, it rain 40 days, 40 nights, be able to be on the ship, get saved? Or would you rather it be, like, rain and fire from the sky and shit? Like, I'd rather take the flood. Like, so... He would like make sure none of you motherfuckers survive this one. Like, when he said, it ain't not even somebody like Noah gonna be able to survive this shit. Like, God said he threw with y'all ass. That's how I know I ain't gonna be here with the end of the world. Like, when it is time to go, I ain't gonna be here. Like, I did my job. Ain't no point to punish me. Like, shit, I'm not even one of your followers. Like, like, so this is for his followers, like the people who believe in him. Like, I believe in him as in like knowing he is who he say he is, but I also believe in myself and I know who I am. Like, so I don't have to worry about being judged by him when I die or waiting to be judged by anybody. Like, so that's just like you gotta know who you are. Like, and there's people out here like that ain't regular people. Like, not to say I'm somebody special, just know I'm not fucking regular. I'm like, so why you think I stick out so much? Why you think like I do the things I do? Like, you know what, man? Yeah, just like what was it? Like we'll bring the end of the world before God do it, just like they did in Atlantis and all that. Like the history repeats itself. So, hey, when it's time for this one, like when it's time for the reset button to be hit, just know I won't be here. They want to live to the end of the world, not me. Like, cause like I said, Revelation, it may come. That could be like asteroids. It may not be like what the Bible's saying, like he's going to be like raining fire from the sky. It could be just really asteroids repeating like it did when they destroyed the dinosaurs. Dinosaurs, like so, everything happens in cycles. So it's bound to happen again. Like so, if I'm gonna say, hey, this is a prophecy. I had a dream like there was thing like dinosaurs that came before me, and there was something from the sky that ended all that. But in this dream, there's a man who's in the sky who's making it rain down us. So if I'm 6,000 years ago, I'm gonna interpret it my own way and say, hey, it was a creator of this earth who's destroyed this earth and is going to do it again, like just off the strength of like that dream or that vision. Like so, the things people say how the world is gonna come to an end, like it's gonna come to an end for every single body. And when you pass away, that's the end. Like so, don't look up. But did we see that movie? I think we seen it. What's that about? I think we seen that. I remember the title, but I don't remember like. Oh yes, I did. With the asteroids and yeah. I did see that. Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, I fuck with that movie. And that's how the world is probably gonna be when it comes to an end. But like I said, I won't be here. And there's gonna be people who escape to another planet, and there's probably gonna be some shit there that's waiting on their ass to eat them. Like, cause you can't escape when it's your time to go. Like, so Elon Musk is trying to go to Mars. I'm pretty sure they already like been building stuff on Mars. Like they ready to go. Like when this time when they know it's some shit about to happen as far as asteroids hitting Earth, the ones who have the wealth and the power will automatically be ready to go to the next place. So they not gonna give a fuck about the 95% of the planet who's already still asleep. Like so, and I mean they may bring some because once again you need workers, you need slaves, you need people to make this world keep going forward, not just this world. So it may take a few, but overall the wealth will continue to rule like until it's time. Like I mean, ain't no telling when that stop. This is hell. Like I said, Earth is hell. This shit will go on for forever. Like people think black people will once again be in charge. No, if every black person truly woke up and was enlightened and realized why the fuck would I want to be in charge of this? This is hell. Like I'd rather be trying to get up. I'll be trying to escape this motherfucker. What's the way to escape hell? Well, how can I stop reincarnating? Like, ain't nobody trying to rule this motherfucking planet. Like, for what? Power? What you gonna do with the power once you got it? What you gonna do with all the money in the world once you got it? Especially if you don't like, if you're black and you never knew how to manage money in your life. Period. Like, you just gonna. I heard. I shared something with Omi and the Hellcat the other day when he said. Well, I don't think I shared what he said, but I listened to what he said. He said he talked to a guy who almost a billionaire. He said even if we did redistributed all the money in the world in 50 years, it'd be back in the hands of the people who got it now. You know why? Because most of the people are consumers. Once they get the money, they're quick to spend it. They don't want to save it. They don't care about generational wealth. They don't, and I understand it because people saying, why should I save this money for somebody else when like I work for myself. Like so I might as well like spend it myself. Like spend it while I'm here. I can't take it with me. Like so, yeah, I definitely fuck with Omi and the Hellcat. Like so, whatever what he going through, definitely make sure like he make it through that. Cause you can tell like good individuals. I feel like he's a good person. So like I don't wish. But what's crazy about Omi and the Hellcat, right? On my fucking the Instagram that got hacked. October, what was the year? 2018, I think. Right before he got raided, right? Like I had sent him a message on Instagram, like saying I would like to have you on. Uh, I would like to have you on my podcast. And like I had shared him my episode called Peaks and Valleys, and it was about like the book we had listened to about being up one day and down. And this was like a month before he got raided. I don't know what made me send him that exact episode because, like I said, he was up at the time, like had around like 200 and some cars, but he never responded to me. But ended up having that. So I wonder if he seen it and just overlooked it. But I know, like, I sent him, like, because I wanted to have him on my podcast. Like, I was inspired by him. Like, so I'm like, man, if I could have somebody on my podcast that'd, like, take it to the next level, he can do it. Like, his story was just like, dang, you came from here and you did this and you living like this. Like, what? Like, it was just crazy. And, like, still to see him today, even though he's still haven't faced everything that's in front of him. Like he still got some challenges in front of him. Like you can tell, like he went. It's all said and done. Like he's gonna be back on top. Heck, like he's kind of like he's still like moving and working and like getting into it like nothing happened like before. Like so, like I got nothing but respect for Omi and the Hellcat. Like for sure. Like he definitely inspiring. Like motivate you to get something for yourself. Like so, Peaks and Valleys is definitely a book you should check out. One of my favorite books. Like it's not that long. Like quick read and learn a lot of lessons in that. Like so, I got this. We just how we doing this. The books of Enoch. I did the same with that Peaks and Valleys. So you can always just go back and watch that video, or you can go get the book on your own. Either way, like it's up to you. So we did hit that 3 hour mark. So it's about my time to exit off this mug. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. We're gonna be back tomorrow, like and the next day and the next day. Like so. See you guys later. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Have you read the? We did that on here too. Or will it like if you go to my playlist, and you go to book club, you'll see The Richest Man in Babylon. You'll see Peaks and Valleys. You'll see Think and Grow Rich, Celestine Prophecy. Like you're gonna see of course the Bible as well. Like so, but I've been doing the book club since like February 10th. Like so, it's for a month now. Every single day I've been basically listening to books. So that's what this channel has became. Besides the shorts that I post in the daytime, like at nighttime, it gets down to the information and the knowledge. So that's the way I'm bringing uh, balance to my channel. Like so, you may not always see me post the most positive thing. In my name is Positive Mind Only. That's the brand, and that's who I am. I'm a positive mind only. No matter what I share on here, just know I'm the positive mind only. Like is too many negative people out there. Like to be like, hey, you shouldn't be posting that. That's nothing positive. And most of the time, it don't even be nothing negative. People just turn it and make it what they wanted to make it just so they can get some likes and some comments. Like this world is kind of crazy, but like I said, I understand it. But once again, we're gonna be back tomorrow. Like I said, this book we got 14, damn near 15 hours left on this book. Like so, I am doing a lot of talking, but at the same time, that's what happens when I'm like Enoch. Enoch asks a lot of questions. Like when I hear something, like I'm gonna think and I'm gonna ask a question out loud. Like so, I have no choice but to stop it. I don't want to be talking while the book is going. Like is that like we both would be missing what's being said. Like so, have no choice but to just keep pausing it. Let me get up. Exactly. Exactly. Like, you don't know. Like, hey, I should, bro. People really don't know. Like, without people don't really, they just don't know. Like, so we gonna see tomorrow. See if he on BS or not. Blow snippet. That's BS. Like from now on, like that's what you refer to BS. Bullshit ass nigga. Like, but all right though. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace. Yeah.